Hello? What's up?
Hey, Carl, what's up?
Okay, welcome to Group Chat episode 27. We're recording from Truckee, California, out of the office for the first time in a long time. We got our sponsors, Woodward, Bubs, Yeti, Arbor, Vans, Nidiker, Icon, Cole, Pacifico, Momentous, Capita, Union, Nitro, Saks, Herschel, and Shady Rays coming on board to support the show. So thank you to all the sponsors. We got a great show today. We're going to be doing turbo takes, product talk, trivia. We're going to talk about the new X Games rebrand. Stan Leveille will be calling in. We got some heater clips. It's going to be a fantastic show for you guys. And today in studio, we got Danny Davis to my right. What's happening, Dan?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for coming to Truckee, and I hope you're having a blast.
Oh, we're having a good time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and we got Aaron Blatt in studio. What's happening, Blatt, man?
I'm here. I'm nervous. I'm ready.
Let's ride.
Cool.
I love that.
Perfect.
And we got Silk on this side. Silk's normally in the production chair. How's it feel, Silk?
It's a lot brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look good.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nice to have you out here.
Thanks.
On
A
this
pleasure.
side.
Yeah,
Feels good.
This
Feels
is a
right.
treat. Let's just kick it off by why we're out here. It's the Chill Tournament, which Danny's a big host of. I would love to hear why you chose to make this event happen. What's it all about?
Well, forever ago, Jake and Donna built the Chill Foundation, which gets underserved youth, kids from cities, things like that, up in the mountains, snowboarding, stand-up paddleboarding, skateboarding, and they kind of go through a curriculum of just kind of being a good person. There's a lot of character building that goes on with it, and so we like to support that. And the golf tournament came about because Mark Sollers, one of the other team riders, started it in Whistler, and I felt like, well, we need to do that shit here. So my wife, actually, Haley, kind of really got it going. And so this was year 2, and I'd say the best year yet.
Absolutely. I had an awesome time.
Couple good putts.
Yeah, we had a couple good putts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite? What was your guys' favorite?
I
moment
had
from the
Blatt on
tourney?
my team.
Yeah. What was your team?
My team was Aaron Blatt, master photog, Nick Russell, man of the high country, Tom Hackett, the doctor of snowboarding, or some call him Dr. Sexy West, because he's a stud. And then we had Mason Aguirre, which was, we had to fly him out. It was a lot to talk him into coming. He's obviously, you've seen from social media, folks, he's quite the golfer, scoring well. And we had a great time.
I kind of heard through the grapevine you were maybe kind of you and Mason were kind of carrying the team a bit.
Yeah.
You can take it. You can.
Yeah.
It was like that.
A bit. I mean, everyone had their shots. Blatt had some putts. Nick had some putts. Nick had a drive, which couldn't believe we used one of Nick's drives. But yeah, it was just amazing team. Everyone
Good synergy.
great synergy.
We had a 5-pack. I don't know
We
if
had
you
a
counted
5-pack.
that, but we were 5.
Yeah, it's a little illegal.
5 on
It is
slope.
illegal.
A little illegal, but we do what we want at this event because it's our thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nobody's taking it too seriously anyway,
Yeah.
Somebody comes in with a score of 53, you're like,
I kind of thought
really?
Ninja was taking it pretty seriously, but
They
I don't
do.
know. Yeah,
They do.
They had some sticks out there.
Yeah, Hetzel likes to take it quite seriously.
Oh yeah.
He meant biz.
I'll tell you what though, the camaraderie out here when somebody hits a big putt, it just brings the team. It just brings the
You
boys
hear it
together.
from the next green over
Yeah.
to Well,
Brings Runky to his knees.
It does. It brings Truckee. Dude, shout out Matt Sturbins. He made
Yeah,
an
that
eagle
putt
putt
was
that was
insane.
40 feet. It's on our Instagram.
Yeah.
That was the highlight. We were actually down in the dumps before that. We kind of crawled ourselves out of a hole with that putt. So that was probably the highlight for the day. We were riding high, needless to say. Why don't we change gears, Silk? I'm going to get into Nitro turbo takes. So let me hit the jingle real quick. Welcome to Nitro Turbo Takes.
Presented by Nitro Snowboards. These questions are submitted by Canoe Alliance.
Nitro Snowboards has been building snowboard products, boards, boots, and bindings for over 34 years and has one simple mission: to inspire people to get out and go snowboarding and support their local and global community by supporting the show.
Okay, let's get into it. Canoe, he talks for a
Cut
long
him
time.
off, yeah.
He's-
I actually cut that in about a quarter
yeah.
because it was about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah,
that beat definitely came from Europe.
Yeah.
That beat actually came from me.
Nice.
Did you make that?
Yeah.
Inspired by Europe.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
I was
Beauty.
feeling that.
All right. Well, these questions are from Canute. This
You
first
guys
one.
know who Canute is?
I love Canute.
Okay.
I've
Familiar with his forehead?
Never had him. Never had him as a team manager personally, but he seems like one of the best.
Yeah.
Canute gave me my first split board, and it was huge. And I still don't know how to split board.
He's a beauty. And
Shout
from what
out
I can
Canute.
tell.
All right. Question 1. This is for everybody. We'll go around the horn here. You can only go snowboarding for one day this winter.
Ew.
Where are you going?
Dry slope.
One day I'm
Well, I've been really. I don't know if you saw Sean White's
That's locked
windmills
in. That's locked in.
bag. I'm gonna say, gonna wait for that nice storm day midweek, Tahoe, and maybe a little Palisades, maybe Alpine, maybe the backcountry. I don't know. Like the here at home, but probably resort boarding. So you
kind of got to pick a singular
Yeah.
location.
Okay, let's go Palisades.
said
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah, we'll take
But I
that.
want it
We'll take
like
that.
we're gonna take a midweek Wednesday kind of vibe because this weekends are just shot.
Just snowed.
Yeah.
I'll go see Jeff up at the lodge.
Oh,
I
he
think.
likes the
Wow.
yeah,
It's
likes to be in the cat.
I'll go to Baldface. Yeah, my one day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit of an elite pick. But
Budget is non-existent.
We didn't talk budget.
Yeah. No, that's good.
yeah, I'm going to Brighton just because I know where all the stuff
Yeah.
is midweek, flying off all the regular cliffs. Well, you won't really know because it'll be your only day on hill. But
Yeah.
Yeah, still mine. I was going to.
Yeah, you might land on a rock at
Brighton
Brighton.
too. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, Brighton. Easy
Well,
option.
we're all going to our local mountains. It's good.
You're going to Baldface is the local mountain. Yeah.
And home
Excellent,
mountain.
excellent
Yeah.
observation, Blatt.
Should be good. Yeah.
All right, this one's for Danny. Do you miss hanging out with your friends?
Well,
In all caps. Also, how important was that group of people to bringing you all where you are today?
no I and friends, of course, was our thing. Mason Aguirre was just out here for the golf tourney. I mean, I try to stay in contact with the boys. I mean, Jackson in Stowe, Kev's in Florida randomly, but we all stay in contact. And I mean, what those guys built for me when we were growing up in snowboarding was just like not taking it too seriously, a little bit of humbleness, being excited for your friends and the people you're competing against, and that was kind of our mantra and what I pulled out of it. Yeah.
Sweet. All right, this question is for Blatt here. One Guitar Hero song that everyone should learn.
Were you a Guitar Hero guy?
I don't know.
He can play the real guitar.
Hero.
He's actually just good at the
We'll just
normal
say
guitar.
one guitar song then.
One guitar song
That
everyone should learn.
Smoke on the water.
Fuck yeah, Smoke on the Water. Power chords all
No
the way
Stairway.
through.
Probably got that.
Yeah, no stairway.
No stairway, no wagon wheel.
Maybe Wonderwall.
Anything from Stevie Ray Vaughan because you can take it where you need to.
Deep cut.
Good.
Is that your actual? I didn't mean to hijack your answer. I just had to say smoke on the water.
Yeah, it's probably like some bar chords.
Yeah.
I think Rabu's been working on that one.
Oh,
Rabu
no
will
way.
play that next time he's in the mix.
Oh,
yeah,
hell
he's got that
Hell
locked
yeah.
up.
It's a great
Sick.
track.
All right, Chris, this one's for you. Which version is your favorite Danny Davis?
Oh.
Friends Crew Danny.
Oh.
Peace Park Danny. King of the Half Pipe Danny. Splitboarding TGR Danny. There's a lot more. Freestyle Backcountry Danny. And TV personality Danny or comedian Danny.
Well, he didn't say. I think for me, current dad border,
not an-
because I'm a
unfortunately
dad,
not an
and when I
option.
see
Not an
other dads getting after it, if that's not an option, he didn't really. Okay, peak. I think pivotal moment in Dan's career is when. I don't know what year it was. Maybe
Friends Crew goggle
27.
sag,
Oh,
like,
goggle
way
sag.
down.
Yeah, that was
Mason
critical.
Aguirre was kind of like my
Yeah, you guys had some low goggles.
yeah.
Very low.
Mammy swag.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Heavy.
But I feel like there was a point where everybody was doing kind of like similar, like it was going into bigger and bigger rotations. And there was a kind of a point where you're like, I'm going to do me and I'm going to do McTwists and shit.
I'm going to do less.
I'm going to do less. But no, I think that
And
whatever
it kinda, like,
point that was,
for a minute was like, got me more.
Yeah.
It's a weird, yeah.
whatever time period that is with the low goggles, I'm in.
Yeah, okay. Kind of Friends Crew, Dan. Kinda
2017
half-pipe Dan,
maybe?
too. Yeah. Yeah,
something like that.
Was it King of the Half Pipe, Dan?
Yeah, so King of the Half Pipe.
Yeah. That's in here. Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's got a good ring.
Yeah, Kenny's on it.
Yeah.
We're going back to Dan for this one. Seriously, how dangerous is the current level and progression of half pipe riding?
I just watched Kaishu's clip of him whacking his face on the lip, and like that's like, it just like, you got the margin of errors like this, you know, for whatever trick you're trying. The deck's here, the flat bottom's right here. So like you've got this little margin of error, and to be chucking the triples but the tools are coming out. You see the airbags and the bristle slopes, and people are jumping right into it. So I don't know. There's some calculated risk going on, but the margin of error is just so tight. I'm so glad I'm out of that. Or, you know, but I hear that, you know, Danny Cass, Benny Bright are the new U.S. team coaches. That's kind of my dream team of coaches. So that's
pretty good.
Maybe I go back.
Let's get you back in.
Let's go back.
Let's get you back in. Let's get you back in the pipe.
Me, Matt Ladley, Chase Josie.
Chase Blackwell.
Yeah, we'll take a Blackwell. He's good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you kind of need the airbag now. I feel like for a while, half pipe, you were getting away with not having to go to an airbag 4 times a year, and now it feels like you got to be on that shit.
Okay, I'm going to hijack this Nitro Tripper Takes follow-up question. If you were to go to that, Japan quarter pipe airbag and fling something like you've never flinged before, what are we flinging into that thing?
Answer is, I think, like one that I feel like is there is just switch triple, like, I don't know what you would call it. Rodeo? No, like the double one is so easy right off the heels. Like Chase Josie or Taylor Gold does one kind of more Michael Chucky, but I'm talking more like alley-oop rodeo.
Yep.
And you just dump it 3 times. That seems like, and then take it to snow. I bet that one seems super doable.
All right, we're putting you in. U.S. team, let's ride.
Somebody got Benny Bright's number. We got to call him right now.
Oh, man. I got stories. Anyway.
What do you think he'd say to you at the top? Just
in his got voice. It 2026, Danny Davis dropping into the half pipe for his Olympic run. What's he got, folks? And I'm like, Benny, please stop talking. I'm trying to focus here. Yeah, you got that shit, man. You're jumping into an airbag. It doesn't matter.
Gets me every time.
It's so good.
He's going to be a great addition to the U.S. We need that.
Oh, yeah.
The U.S. half pipe needs some help.
Yeah. Well, we got the coaching covered. I'll tell you that much.
Dan
Coaching
Cass,
is absolutely covered.
Yeah. All right, we're going to continue on here. This question is for Blatt. How can you make a living shooting photos in today's media landscape? What are 2 actionable strategies or steps?
Whoa, I'm looking for the answer for that one, I think, too. I don't know. Mm-hmm. You kind of got to do a little bit of everything. Maybe a bit of producing and maybe a bit of, I don't know. There's a lot of creativity that goes into making a living doing that at this point because it's not coming as easy as, from what I've heard, it did in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like hats. I feel like you're wearing a lot of hats. Yeah. If you're someone like
More
Blatt.
like a whole media guy.
Yeah, like you're shooting photos out there and doing that, but then you're probably trying to figure out dinner for the crew too later on, maybe.
Gotta handle dinner.
Brekkie for like, okay, what do we, like, I'll handle the, you end up team managing, I feel like, as a Blatt.
For the record, Blatt, Burton photographer for the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Just so
for the last few years, you do it all.
Yeah.
Bands.
I'll cook breakfast. Shoot photos.
That's you.
Get creative. Make a living.
That's how you get the call back for the next trip.
Blatt's really good at cooking in the backcountry. Pancakes. A lot of pancakes.
He's a pancake god.
He's a pancake god.
He flips it in the pan. He flips it in the pan too.
Flip it in the pan.
Yeah, that's a legendary move.
Take notes, people.
Yeah.
That's how you make a living.
Ramen out in the field. You've introduced that.
That's good.
John Buffrey.
Yeah.
Loving it.
All right, we're going back to Danny for this one. Explain why the past years have been riding. Seems like grammatical error here, Kenny. Explain why the past years riding have been riding a direction-shaped board everywhere.
I don't know. Once you start riding powder, you feel like you don't ever have enough nose, and the setback boards just give you more of that, and they go fine backwards. And I don't go backwards as much anymore. Like when you're in the half pipe or hitting big ass kickers going backwards or something, like you kind of need the performance. But when you're in the style of snowboarding that I'm focused on right now, I feel like you need to land backwards and then make it a couple 100 yards. And
Far enough where you can quick clip the clip.
yeah, not
Just
everybody.
enough, just enough where
Not
you can cut the
everybody's
clip.
Zeb Powell and can make the revert look so swaggy, but yeah, I just don't go backwards as much, you know. So I want the float. I think that's the main reason of riding the more directional shape. It sucks when you're riding powder and it just feels like you're like,
No, you don't want that.
don't have enough nose to.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, this one's for you. How many cover photos do you think Aaron has shot of Danny over the years?
Over the years, are we talking all mags or are we talking north of like big mags? Would you say all mags?
Just
I'm just going to
how
say
many covers?
all, probably like 8.
No.
8 Dan covers.
Like we're talking like
It's a lot of
Japanese mags
champagne,
and
too.
everything.
I
Yeah,
think
but the
it's 2.
Japanese, by the time me and Blatt started shooting a lot together, like there wasn't 4 trans worlds a month coming out of Japan. For a minute there, it seemed like there was like,
You could like sneeze and get a cover over there.
yeah, it was awesome. You could like not grab and get a cover.
We
over
got a
there.
cover.
we got Oh yeah,
For your own cover.
Which one was that? Was it like a
You
park
and
shoot?
Scott.
Yeah, it was me and
I
Scott
don't
on a
remember.
quarter pipe or something.
Yeah,
Or like
some
it was a
fisheye.
pile of shit photo. I mean, not like the action. The photo was good. I'm sorry, Blatt. What I'm saying. Let me just. You took a great photo. The riding was nothing to write home about.
You know, it was some Mount Hood shit,
Yeah.
if I recall.
Yeah, great photo though.
But
Surprise.
I think answer to the question is 2. We got 2.
yeah, I'm seeing
cubbies.
2.
That's
I'm
it?
seeing 2, yeah.
Yeah.
All
That's a
right.
pretty low number.
I know. I know. It's harder to get them now.
One was shot like
4
There's only
mags
like,
a year.
yeah, there's only like
It's hard to get him with Blatt.
Yeah.
Is that what you think? That's what the question
easy
is.
with Blatt. It's hard because there's only 4 magazines that come out a year, so chances are low. And the streets are so they're always on the cover. The streets.
Yeah, what's up with all these street covers?
Oh, you guys don't like the street
No,
covers?
I'm just
you blaming the street covers?
Throwing
Are
some
we blaming
shade.
street
Yeah,
covers?
wow.
You don't like a good street cover?
I do, but there's
It sounds like you
There's
don't
too
like
many?
them. It sounds
Do we need it to be
me-
regulated? Split 50-50? What's the solution here?
It's
I feel
probably
like
50.
they'd
Stan would
I
argue
feel like
this
they'd
up
say
and
the
down.
same thing about all these backcountry covers.
Sure, I get that, you know.
Like how many more straight air covers?
What, another fucking method?
I mean,
Another spine wall.
quit it with the spine wall.
Oh
thing,
yeah,
dude.
okay. Well, they always shoot nice. The streets, though, it is like a poppy kind of.
You got a
theme.
lot more options with backdrops and location, not just a blank white canvas.
Yeah, that's true.
Both are great.
You gotta put some like graffiti on the spine wall. And
They used to spray paint the Jumps Tech 9 crew. Remember that?
That's
Oh,
what's
that's
up.
facts.
Bring it
Start
back.
spray painting your wedges.
Smart.
Non-toxic, of course.
I think we should start making
right,
the
right,
wedges look like we're storing like food in there and stuff, and beers for later. You know, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice
Tell
little
us the
cooler,
refrigerator.
You know, tell a
yeah.
little story.
Cooler
or-
wedge.
Yeah,
That could be a good one
That's a
for
concept for a movie.
Yeti or something.
Yeah.
cooler wedge. Maybe it's an igloo.
Yeah.
Cooler wedge, the
survival.
movie. Like we're always like, you hit the jump and you gotta like dig out your prize
wedge.
after.
Quarter an elk and put it in. The
Yeah. Cooler wedge.
Fridge is down on power. Got a boot pack out to the wedge. All right, what else we got?
All right, we got a couple more here. This is for everybody. Who are your current favorite up-and-coming riders?
Ooh, this is a tough one for these guys. They're
No.
they don't have their finger on the
You don't
pulse.
think I have some current?
You don't think I know
names
one
I could
person?
throw out there? Yeah, dude. I know a lot of names.
Light it up.
It's just too
Well,
many.
I like,
think.
I've been seeing it. I don't know. This is more like competition, I guess, but that Ollie Martin, maybe? Ollie,
Yeah,
does that sound right? Ollie?
sounds like you got your finger on the
US
pulse.
guy? Ollie, okay, new shredder,
Yeah.
US team rider, slope style kind of guy. Really like his stuff. Really like I met some kids at a Peace Park event in Utah this year. Logan? You guys know that dude?
Logan Loeffler.
Yeah. Yes. Sick shredder. I like a I like a Zeb. He's kind of fresh on the scene.
Zeb is
still.
not an up and coming rider. He's on Jordan, dude. Are
Dude,
you
he
kidding
just
me?
spent his first year in the backcountry.
Dude, I met this Norwegian kid this year, Mikkel,
He just
new
spent
rider.
his
Different
first
definition.
season in the
Fucking sick.
There's this
backcountry.
new up and coming rider. I just
You
found
may have-
out about.
you
Zeb
probably haven't heard of him.
Okay.
Sorry to flame you.
Okay.
Dan. All right, Blatt, who you got?
I'm out. I'm gonna get roasted. I'm with Dan.
He's
Give
drawing a
us
blank.
one.
what he
Give us
said.
one fresh name.
Yeah, give us a fresh.
I can't do
Yeah.
last names either. I guess. I'm
Yeah,
bad
no
at
last
Give us a
names.
fresh-
Liam
name.
Brearley's looking pretty good
There
on the
you go.
slope scene.
There you go.
I like a Brearley, but I don't want him to do too good because I go always pulling for Sparky. So
I like the Keegan BMO combo of like kids getting into the
BMO's
backcountry.
hot. On
Those
the
dudes
scene.
are both
That's a-
Keegan
that's a pretty good
Hosfrost, BMO the barrel seeker. Those dudes are fresh.
Yeah.
Getting their
The
chops
good
tight
take.
on the
I feel like
sleds.
he didn't do as sick as I wanted him to do, but better than the police, homie.
Yep.
Whistler. God damn, I'm bad with names apparently.
We got their Instagram names.
We take that. That's acceptable.
It's
Okay.
2025.
IG name. Yeah.
Come
But
on.
he
What do
didn't
you want?
perform as great as I wanted him to in the Natty Select, but I had high hopes for him.
It was him and Bjorn.
Yes, that one. That was the Would've liked
He
more
had
out of it.
some moments in there though.
Let's cut for a second. I gotta pull up his name because I'm drawing a fucking blank.
Oh, so now you get to be
Did you
okay
cut?
with blanks.
I want to
I'm
use
playing
that.
God.
Let
I can
that
leave- I
run.
can
Leave
God.
this in.
Yeah, that
I'm
stays
playing
in.
God right now.
You're not getting a mulligan on that one, pal.
Yeah.
Britton Alexander.
Nice.
God damn it. Yeah, he's a ripper.
Jed.
Yeah.
I like Jed.
Jay Anderson.
Jed the Shred.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Jed Anderson
he's been
would've been a
around
great
for
pick.
both of them.
Jed Anderson. Super up and coming.
Dude, up and coming. Ah, man. I really like Andreas Wig.
What are your up and comers? Educate us. Let's go.
I mean,
Thank you,
in
Bob.
the streets, I'm a big fan of Derek Lemke. He's always putting out some heat. Some Dustbox kids. I guess they're already
Dustbox is
here.
up and coming.
They're
all of a
not up
sudden?
and
They've
coming.
got
Yeah.
multiple movies of the year.
Fuck, I thought I had to get. I'm going to say Derek Lemke's. Jess Perlmutter on the female side, absolute ripper, and definitely not Zeb Powell because
Well, you haven't seen
he's
his
been around
backcountry
for
footage.
fucking 10 years.
Up and coming backcountry rider.
Okay,
You're gonna see it. You're gonna see. You're gonna be like, damn, dude, it's
Look at this
fresh.
up and coming.
It's a fresh look. It's Zeb.
All right, we got a question for Danny here.
Oh God.
We made it past that one.
What's
We're not
the
doing good.
Yeah,
so
we
far.
made it past that one. That's
Yeah,
all right.
I'm keeping score.
Yeah.
Also, what's the most spins you ever rotated in one trick within the state lines of Michigan?
Maybe a 9, but definitely a 7.
Definitely 7.
Never a 10 in Michigan. Never a jump big enough for that. Lots of double backies. Lots of backies. But yeah.
front 9 or front 7?
It was
Front
probably a
7?
back 9 because
Back
I'm
nine,
just
okay.
thinking like when I was young, grab tail, just muscle that thing around. Probably tail fish back then, but
Grab tail checks in the mail. That's what they say.
say that.
They were saying that. Okay, this is the last question here. We're going back to Dan again. What's your number one tip you would give to people wanting to learn how to go higher and more stable out of the pipe on their backside wall, parentheses asking for a friend?
Ride a bigger board. Potentially ride a board that's maybe got less side cut. A little harder to put on edge, but once you put it on edge, you'll be able to climb the wall like so much better. And that's
All right, Kenny.
that's
Bigger board, less side cut. What about
Bigger board, less
technique?
side
What about technique?
you want to be centered and all the like things, you know.
Well, what
and
are
that,
the
but-
things? We don't know the
Oh,
things.
well,
We're looking
okay.
for the things.
Okay.
Canute needs specifics.
Yeah.
Actually.
K-nut, you're going to want to drop in. And you're going to want to stay centered over your board. You're not going to want to... A lot of people start leaning forward when they're coming into that backside wall. I want you to be much more centered, maybe even sit in a little backseat because when you get into that wall, it's naturally going to like push you forward. So centered over the board, heels, crank that forward lean. A lot of people not riding with forward lean, I hear. You ride with forward lean?
The all mountain board, yes. Jibbing, no.
Wow. Yeah. So anyway, crank the forward lean, maybe get a bigger board or get a little less side cut, and that'll help you climb. And just, you got to get your edges done because the half pipes are so fucking icy. So have some sharp edges.
There
That
it
always
is.
helps.
That was Nitro Turbo Takes.
Nice.
Boom.
That's good job, guys.
Boom for real.
was
Aside
kinda
from the up and coming, up and coming
Like-
snowboarders was a bit of a tough. That was a tough.
That didn't help with me being nervous. None of that helped
was
with
tough
my
for
nerves.
you.
I actually thought I had a million names. I grenaded. Boys,
But I will give us a little bit of a, we haven't seen any footy from this year.
Good point.
The movies haven't come out. I had to go to
It's fair.
fucking slopestyle jocks to come up with some names.
Yeah.
Good save, Dan. We're good.
Do my best.
Chilling now.
Real quick, I want to take a second to shout out Pacifico, the official beer of the pod and the beer for everyone who's adventuring and riding out there. It's become the beer for detouring off the expected path and making each day a new journey filled with new discoveries. And at the Bomb Hole, we feel that same mission. We want all of you to ride as many days as possible, take on something new, and share the stories with us. That's what it's all about. Pacifico is that crisp Mexican lager that embodies that get out there energy and always looks to make today better than yesterday. Find your own way with Pacifico. 21 plus, discover responsibly. Pacifico Clara beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
All right, people, I got a little secret to share with you. I've been chugging creatine, and I've been loving it. And here's why. After a long hike to reach the perfect line, or a full day of riding powder, or hours of shoveling to build a spot, it's normal to feel completely spent. That's where creatine makes a real difference. Beyond its reputation in the gym, creatine is daily fuel for both the body and the mind. It supports sustained energy, enhances recovery, and helps you get back on your board faster, ready for whatever the mountain throws at you. Momentous just dropped their new creatine lemon travel packs. I've been loving these bad Larrys. You toss one in your bag, mix it with water, and you're good to go. No scoops, no mess, no excuses. And it's good stuff. CreaPure creatine, single source from Germany, NSF certified for sport, so it's trusted by pros and even the military. Hit up livemomentous.com and use promo code BOMBHOLE, and you'll get up to 35% off your order. It's good stuff. Again, livemomentous.com, promo code BOMBHOLE. You won't regret it.
Silk, you're going to be back in production here because we're going to answer a couple Patreon questions. So let's pull those babies up. Thank you to our Patreon members that support the show. We appreciate you guys. And we're going to hit smelling salt trivia after this. Let's hit like 2 or 3 of these.
All right. This question is from Dave Cockerill.
Yeah, Dave.
Shout out, Dave.
Come on,
Thanks for the
appreciate you.
question. Thanks to all our Patreon members as well. This is for both guests. They didn't want to use your names, just both guests.
Okay.
How does riding and shooting in North America compare with Europe, Japan, and the rest of the world? What are some of the challenges encountered? Do you have reliable go-to destinations? And what do you look forward to the most, such as terrain, culture, food, etc.?
Ooh. Well, I would say that Blatt, get what you think. If you're going for culture, that's like almost like you can get the culture and good shredding trip in one trip, but like not everywhere has the culture, that are great snowboard places too. Sometimes you're just going for, the shred. You're going to BC to ride some of the sickest snow and mountains that exist on the planet, but maybe that's not much culture. You get some kokanee, which is kind of cool or something like that. There's culture up there, totally. But like Japan has the culture, deep snow combo,
Right.
very low angle, but that's a great one.
Was our guy looking for places in the U.S. or I got
How's it
confused.
compared to the
Yeah,
U.S.?
How does it compare to the U.S.? Yeah.
I mean,
culture?
yeah, I mean, like there's places where you can go, you can get completely different than the U.S. And I think mountains-wise, like the mountains only get bigger outside the U.S., I feel like. You go to Europe, they get like super jagged and crazy, and there's towns up like on top of a mountain, and you're taking gondolas everywhere, and that's unique to Europe. And then Japan's just sort of like mushrooms on every house of snow, and then you have the incredible culture of the food, and the people there are incredible. And I think the culture changes a lot in those two places for me from the U.S. Like those are just like a great like different thing than we have here. And Canada's just like awesome because the snow's so freaking good.
Yeah.
The mountains are so good, so conducive to how we like to film, how we like to shoot, the terrain we're looking for.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like BC's kind of like
But it does feel quite similar to
Yeah,
our
it does.
zone when you get
Culturally.
back down and have.
Culturally, for sure. Alaska is, everyone should go to Alaska at some point.
Yeah, we've been lucky to go there a bunch in the last few years, and that place has its own culture too, I would say.
And its own
Get down to
challenges.
these little like fishing towns and
Yep. And you're like, how do people live here
Yeah.
365? Because you know that it's like 4 hours of daytime in the middle of the winter. And
Yeah. What are some of the challenges specific to Alaska?
I think weather's just a tough one. You know, weather's a battle there.
you can't fudge it there. Like if you show up to Jackson and maybe the conditions aren't what you wanted, you can usually still make something happen.
Yeah.
If the conditions aren't what you're going for in Alaska, it's a lot harder.
It's just harder. There's
from
not as
everybody's
many
perspective.
resorts. You're not like accessing side country as much there. You're kind of like paying for a helicopter, paying for sleds, or walking into the mountains, or getting like a drop from a plane and walking into the mountains there. And
Yeah.
it's logistics there's a lot there.
What about light? Are
Light.
you strictly going when there's a ton of light?
It's like spring riding.
We've been
Yeah.
going a lot in April, but
I think a big part of like the way we do it is like the mornings are fantastic, the evenings are fantastic for shooting, the middle of the day, which is often how it is in shooting. Like the middle of the day is kind of like a no-no in some ways. If you're in January,
siesta style.
if you're in
a break.
January while the light, like the sun is always low, or like
Right.
December, that's sweet. I really like shooting in December and January because the light is just like kind of good all day. But as you get more close to spring, you get that dead time where it's just hot light, and maybe you build a jump then, or find a new zone then, or whatever. Try to use your day really good. But in terms of like places to go, or like places that are like holy grails, there's a lot of them all over the world, and culturally they're different than the U.S. and the riding, you know, they're all unique to themselves. So go find them all.
But there's a lot of good ones in the U.S. too.
Oh,
like,
Yeah.
like I
Troll
said earlier, like
I love that place.
Yeah.
It's so
And
fun.
that is
Holy
that
Grail.
culture doesn't exist really
yeah.
in
Yeah,
like Europe
true.
or something.
Cheese,
It-
Wisconsin. Come
Yeah,
on.
good cheese. Yeah.
and
Europe could
that I
never.
mean like the rope tow and the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
like vibe of like how I grew up snowboarding in Michigan. That is, you know, you try to almost get that out west. You always tell them like a Woodward or something like, yo, just put a tow
Yeah.
rope in and let the vibe happen. It's insurance. I don't know what it is, but
Don't do it.
but
One more
that-
thing with Alaska, though, I think about. I've never been in the heli there or anything. Jibbed in Anchorage, great city. But going back to like, I always think it's crazy. It's like you got 4 down days of just like it's socked in or something, and then all of a sudden you're in this fishing town, and then they're like, okay, it's good, and you like jam to this helicopter, and you're just like buzzing to the top of some savage peak after just like sitting in a fishing town for however many days.
yeah, and you're like, is it stable? It just snowed for 4 days, and it's like, well, we don't have a lot of beta yet. Like we heard from one group, they skied like something, and you're like, how low angle? And they're like, pretty low angle, and you're like, oh, okay, and you're like, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, there's, that's another kind of cultural thing to shred zones, you know, is just snowpacks and just jumping right into the mountains and being confident on what you're about to jump on without having been there at all. And that's why guides are nice, or local knowledge, things like that.
Yeah.
Which we rely on a ton.
All right, let's hit one more. This is from Thomas Portet. This is for Blatt. As a top-tier photographer, how often do you get to be in a situation where taking photos takes precedent over filming? Does it ever happen?
I remember
that one.
like immediately remember Hayden Wrench always saying, Blatt, it's a fucking film trip. Like it's not a photography trip. It's a film trip, dude. And yeah, I mean, there is an element where you kind of got to stay out of the way of the camera guy. Like if
Yeah,
I get an Eels
yeah.
shot,
I see it happening out there. Like Blatt's like, when we get something, then like Blatt's like, let me get in for one. They're like, yeah, you get it. Like I got that one. No, you get in here. And
Get
Blatt's
the
like, okay,
leftovers.
cool.
but I like the push pull of it. And then in the last few years, I've kind of like gotten mine when I want it for sure. Like I've definitely pushed a lot and been like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm getting this one. Or sometimes I bring that ghillie suit out and that's like,
Oh, no way.
and then I kind of just like,
You can just be in the shot.
yeah, I'm kind of like,
Kind of bush. I mean,
Yeah.
the footprints are still there. So footprints are always like something you kind of got to be careful.
walk nice and light and
Yeah.
pretend you're in a tree and tell eels to eat one and get the shot.
They work really good though. All the like Blatt and them are really good at that. But they're constantly, like, am I too far in? Am I too far in? No, you're good. You're good. Okay, that's too far.
Classic.
So is there an instance where you've taken photo is much more important than video? Have you pulled rank like that?
Not really. It's always a team thing. But if I really want something, I've definitely asked someone to shift or something.
I'd say more what happens is we get a trick and the filmers get it, and then Blatt's like, "Hey, do one more or do that."
Do you mind?
Like in this way or whatever.
Do you do it?
Yes. If it's a safe, I mean, sometimes you're just like, "Fuck, I can't give that another go." But the riders do you kind of got to give it to the photog after oftentimes, I guess.
I like when they're like, "Hey, are you down to do one more after?" You're like, "Fuck yeah." You land the trick, you're like, I'm definitely not doing one more.
yeah. And I think in the powder that happens a lot because the landing's just hacked, so
it's worked out for us a couple times.
Hell
but
yeah.
Then
Cover?
You're
Cover?
Two.
We got
two. One of two.
Well, the one cover was did a back 7, and Blatt was like, "That was awesome. Can you run back up there and hit it again?" And then we did the crail, and that was the cover.
Oh, I see.
And you're
nice
like,
cool.
You're like, "Oh, that guy made me breakfast. I'll do a crail. Let's fucking ride."
Team player, Dan. Team player, Dan.
Yeah.
It's also gone the other way for me where they're like, "One more," and you're like, "Yeah," boom, broken ankle.
Yeah. I've heard about that a few times.
Yeah,
actually.
That's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
That's happened to me.
not where
Does that happen to you, Blatt? Has that happened?
I don't think so.
Not with us.
Not with us.
Knock on wood.
No, that's important.
I just
Knock
make
on
breakfast,
wood.
dude. We're chilling.
Hey, we hit that last AI question because I thought that was interesting.
All right. Stall for a second.
I don't like where this is going.
Yep. It's about board graphics, I remember.
Okay. Here we go. This one is from Corey Conville. Bit of a hot topic here. It's for Danny, but we're all going to talk about it.
Yeah, please.
What is your take on the rise of brands using AI for snowboard graphics? I feel like the amount of brands this year that have been called out for using AI have been way higher than previous years. Do you feel like it takes away from the soul of snowboarding?
Yes. I kind of got into the snowboard industry through looking at snowboard art, and especially in the history of Burton, there's been a ton of board graphics that were really important, and I was fairly obsessed with JDK, which was the agency that Burton was using during the era that me and Dan probably got involved and invested in this thing. Yeah. And there were things that you were seeing, whether it was catalog graphics or board graphics or photos or whatever, that were super visual, and those placements and those layouts and those designers that were making those were vital to my entrance to this. And I think to see something as important as a board graphic that's actually tangible not get the love of an actual human making that and getting paid to make that seems like a bit of a miss to me, unless it's some wildly creative use of those platforms or has pushed it in a way that allowed you to do something that wouldn't otherwise having been able to do. I think it's way cooler to pay someone to get their vision for something that's as dope of a canvas as a board graphic is.
Yeah, real art from the brain, from a human, splurted onto a canvas of whatever kind that is by far cooler than someone telling a computer what to create. But I guess there is some human element to that still of AI created art, but it's a much more beautiful thing when a person sits down and makes something with some intent, and for that to not be computer driven is a much more beautiful thing. Is it going to happen? I'm sure it's going to happen. I mean, how much different is an AI graphic than just the custom graphic where it's Burton on the base that someone did on a computer? I mean, is that
That's a good point.
Is that much different? Boards have been created through computers, the graphics and stuff for a long time. I mean, we're a decade into a lot of computer graphic made artwork, and the AI is certainly just another brain that isn't human creating stuff, but obviously it's cooler when it comes from a human.
100%.
But is it part of our lives now? Yeah. I mean, when I go search on the internet, I don't even mean to use AI, and I'm getting
first thing
AI.
pops up.
I'm just trying to find the pizza place that's open late, and AI is telling me here 3.4 miles away is the best slice or whatever. And so I don't know. It just is what it is. I don't know that it's something we need. You need to support artists is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Like if you see that going on and you're not into that, don't buy the AI art board. Support the ones that are built by artists. And then brands will eventually follow and not sell that shit or whatever, you know?
I'm going to jump in here because I was thinking about my initial reaction is obviously fuck AI art, right? I'm just like, that is whack. Don't like it. Don't like anything about it. And then I started thinking, what's the counterpoint? You know, what's the counterpoint? And Seth did some research. We got an angry letter from somebody that was deeply angry about AI graphics. And Seth Hewitt, our general manager, took the letter, put it in ChatGPT, and said, "What do you think about this?" And it was actually a fucking really interesting answer because what it said was like, you know, it was basically like, well, you know, a human prompts the computer. Back in the day when cameras first came out, they weren't respected as art. Like if you took a photo with a camera, it was not art because it was like machine generated. Mm-hmm. Then you evolve a little further with Photoshop, and you're like, the minute that you change the gradient tool, you're manipulating a photo. That was not respected as art. And now these things have been unanimously accepted as art, and there's no doubt that we're heading in the direction of AI that's human prompted, and there's no argument that handmade art is significantly cooler by a fucking human. Everybody knows that, right? Yeah. If it's like you're painting it on a canvas and it comes out of your brain and there's no artificial intelligence involved. But it is an interesting thing to think 5-10 years down the road. Is it the AI or is it the person prompting the AI? I don't know. These are just counterpoints.
Yeah.
You know, I do think it's funny that you guys all kind of negative takes on AI art, and the AI gave a very positive take on the AI art.
Good point.
So that doesn't seem very human either.
Yeah, sketch.
I just hope the AI isn't listening to this conversation because they're going to start
It's listening.
replacing us.
But it's been replacing it. Like, I go to book a flight, I use some sort of AI, basically. I don't call a travel agent anymore, and they don't call around. I'm not like using a person to I don't know. Like this, like you said, it's just accepted, and eventually, and that's why I say like support the artists.
Okay, folks, time to talk Yeti and their new offering, the Rambler Travel Series. They got a 12-ounce and a 16-ounce travel bottle. And I recently got an espresso machine, so I'm new to the party as a to-go coffee guy. And I'm loving these things, and here's why. They got the leak-proof commuter cap that locks in every drop. They also got double-wall vacuum insulation, keeping your coffee warm all day long. They got the 360-degree cap that lets you sip from every angle. They also got cup holder capability, fits in all the cup holders. You can also throw it in your backpack. It's not going to leak. So if you're interested in checking out one of these Rambler travel bottles, or they sell the cap separately, the commuter cap, head on over to Yeti.com. You won't be disappointed.
Sorry, folks, interrupting the show for just a second to talk about Nidecker Need to Know. Essentially, you could win amazing Nidecker gear. All you have to do is answer a couple questions on the Bombhole Instagram. You could win stuff like this, the Sensor Pro. This is the board that everybody rides in the park. I ride this one in the streets. I ride this exact one in the backcountry. This is a 162. It's still got some dirt on it. I love this snowboard, and you will too. It could be yours. All you have to do is answer this question. Who do you consider a pioneer of modern snowboarding? Answer that on the Bombhole's Instagram, the picture of the guest speaking here today, and you could win amazing Nidecker gear. This is Nidecker Need to Know. Let's get back to the show.
All in agreement here. All right, we're gonna get into a great section of the show, one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Let me find the jingle here.
I hope you guys studied.
Yeah, we got big time trivia coming up.
I didn't know this was like a study thing.
Yeah,
Actually,
Still
every
nervous.
segment, there's right and wrong answers.
Yeah,
So
and you'll get a score at the
I'm
end.
still nervous.
This is our trophy right here.
Oh, shit.
Up for grabs.
Nice.
Solid gold, actually.
Who do you think
good
wants it more?
handwriting for that.
Do you think Blatt wants it more, or do you think Danny wants it more?
Dan's probably got more of a competitive edge. I
Do
would
you get
say.
like a higher level salt? Is this like the more expensive salt for winning?
No, you just.
It is more expensive. It's the same salt though.
I spray painted a bottle of gold and super glued a trophy on top. So that's,
Yeah, we should do some salts.
That-
Okay. A
that's-
little warm up
hey.
here. There's a couple down there.
Next to all the Dew Tours and X Games and all the medals.
We'll put
Danny?
that one in. Yeah, Mike and
Yeah.
Laura have one in the house. They got a case, so that one will go.
Yeah, that'll go in the
Yeah,
case.
it'll look good next to
If
that
you
stuff.
win.
If you win,
Blatt's putting it
Yeah,
next
we
to all
can
right
his
just
here.
write Blatt off. Yeah.
I'm right here.
You want to give them the premise? They got their buzzers.
Yeah,
put
here's
your,
the
put your
deal.
buzzers
You guys,
close.
You
Grab
guys
your
got
buzzers.
some buzzers. How many buzzers are over there?
You got a buzzer?
One or two?
I got one.
Pass this one over there.
Yeah, here's a buzzer.
Yeah.
Whoa, that one made me
So you guys
cry.
got some buzzers. Chris is going to be reading questions, and you can buzz at any time. You don't need to wait for him to finish reading the question. But when you buzz, he will stop reading. So don't buzz until you're ready to answer.
Okay, but if you
And
can cut them off with the answer,
Yeah,
cut
you
'em
can.
off.
You can if you're confident. If you attempt and you're wrong, you got to do a salt.
Okay.
If you're right, then you get a point. I think that's it.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Here we go.
I'll be keeping score.
You guys keep your hands on those buzzers.
Yeah,
Hands on the buzzers.
you can hover.
You can
It's
hover.
all good.
First question. What is Gimbal God's real name?
Yeah, Dan.
This is Spencer.
Can I cut him off? Can I cut him off?
Yeah, go.
Spencer Whiting.
Well, I hit the buzzer was for Dan. You're correct.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Are you keeping track?
With my fingers. Yep.
White?
Whiting.
Whiting.
You remember
Sorry,
when he was
Gimby.
Spencer Whiting?
Sorry, Gimby.
Come on.
Technically, you got it wrong. You got to do a salt.
Yeah,
This is
we
kinda how
had
do
Salt
it.
up.
Technically, we're gonna.
All right. Next question. Hands on the buzzer. First female snowboarder to do a 1080 in half pipe competition. 5.
Kelly Clark?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Love it.
We're all tied up.
Easy.
1-1.
Easy.
Next question.
Yeah, Cal.
Pipe question.
I think this one's a little tricky, but we'll see how you guys do. What Finnish rider won Rookie of the Year in 2003? Finnish rider, men's Rookie of the Year, 2003.
2003 would be.
Their part was promo copy. I'll give you that. Their, promo copy. I think it was first part. That's why.
Aaron Naimo?
That's correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, Dan.
Wow.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Blatt's blowing it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I thought I knew the Finns.
This isn't an official question, but I'm wondering if you know who won
Almost
Rookie of
went
the Year
Hakey.
in 2006 for men. Do you know?
No.
He's sitting right next to you.
Well,
Yeah, brother. 2006, a long time ago, Dan. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Almost
keep this.
20.
I'm gonna keep this thing going. Which Burton model is one of the longest running and most iconic in snowboard history?
Custom.
That's correct.
that's a gimme.
Honestly,
Okay,
for
I
somebody like
see.
me, I wouldn't have known that.
Dave Downing.
I wouldn't have known
Shouts.
that.
Nice.
I would have. All right, Blatt, focus up.
I know. I've never been good at this.
What snowboarder from Massachusetts also had a pro model skateboard with 0 skateboards? Pro model snowboarder.
Scotty Stevens?
That's correct.
So I'm too nervous to guess, but I keep saying him in my head. I gotta hit the buzzer
Yeah,
more. Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Don't be scared of a risk.
I'm
Don't be
nervous.
scared
I've
of
been
it.
nervous
Take a
this
risk.
whole time, man.
Take
It's
a
just
risk.
nervous,
Just a
dude.
salt. Just a
Jeez,
salt.
Blatt. Playing it too safe, dude.
I know.
You know what Gretzky says? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. Next question. Where were the first Winter X Games held in 1997?
Mount Snow.
That is correct.
I was
It's
I would
just-
have got that
I'm
wrong.
back. like
I'm
that.
coming.
I
I'm
would have
coming.
got that wrong.
Just like
He's
that.
crawling his way
Some
back.
East Coast shit.
Yeah.
All right, this guy's from Massachusetts, so I want you to focus up, Blatt. But it doesn't have to do with him. It has to do with this trick. What signature trick was Todd Richards famous?
Wet cat.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Nice.
Come on,
Blatt.
Blatt.
Okay, Blatt.
East
Come
Coast
on,
shit.
Blatt.
Oh, they got it. I'm less nervous
Come on,
now.
Blatt.
Just letting him get the
Wow.
question out. But
Come on, Blatt.
Wow.
Come on.
I'm coming
Okay.
for you.
True or false? Jamie Anderson is the only snowboarder to win gold at both the X Games and the Olympics in the same year.
True?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Year was 2014.
Yeah.
5-3.
You had a 50-50 chance, Blatt.
Yeah.
You know, you just take a risk. All right, here we go.
That one was, I thought they were baiting us with that because that sounds,
Yep. Okay. Which snowboarder has the most Winter X Games medals in history?
Mark Morris.
That's correct.
taken.
Blatt got it.
That
right.
was Blatt.
Yeah,
for
Blatt.
sure.
So what are we at?
It is 4-5.
All right.
Blatt.
All right.
You're
You
in
guys
it.
both know the answer to this one, so you got to be quick. In what year did Jake Burton officially found Burton Snowboards?
1977.
Danny's our winner.
Oh, that's
Congratulations,
easy.
Dan. Congratulations.
Blatt, you did come back though.
But
We have to recognize
strong
that.
Give me a good pep talk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Strong showing. That was good. That was good stuff.
good questions,
Thanks.
honestly.
Yeah.
And the trophy case.
Where's
gets
that?
bigger.
What do you think you're putting that next to? You got some good trophies in there.
Yeah.
Got an Arctic Challenge?
It's
What do we
in
got?
Utah, so this will probably live in the garage. Actually, I have more like
Is there a shelf in
the
there?
ones that really mean a lot. I live in the garage.
No,
Is
I
there
like
a
that.
spotlight
I got
on them?
one big check from Grenade Games that says a trip to Jamaica. That never happened. But those are the kind of ones. Those are the kind of ones I keep. I have.
Can't forget about that.
I have a rat race.
Not letting that get away.
Rat race. Belly dancer. I got an award for belly dancer. I don't really remember why, but it was not a first place or anything like that. I have a second place. Me and Nate Holland tied. So, those kind of like the do tours and those ones live at the parents' house.
Yeah. That's
You don't want to be the guy with the trophy thing in your house.
No.
All right, Shredders, listen up. With over 30 years in snowboarding, Vans continues to deliver top-shelf snowboard boots for not only their diverse roster of athletes, but everyday riders worldwide. There's literally something for everyone in the Vans range of snow gear. However, we're here to talk about the Infuse, Vans' most popular all-terrain, all-condition boot, featuring hybrid BOA and lacing systems that are built for maximum customization of fit and flex. Embraced and backed by new-gen riders like Ken and Cummins, the Infuse is designed for performance that stands up in any terrain. So hit up your local Vans dealer and check out the Infuse and the rest of the 25-26 Vans Snow lineup.
All right, we're going to take a brief intermission to discuss some incredible offers from our incredible friends over at Woodward Park City. Get your child's snowboarding adventure started correctly at Woodward Park City. Whether they're making their first turns or mastering front boards, Woodward Park City has a wide range of classes for all ages and all skill levels. If you're interested in progressing, head on over to woodwardparkcity.com.
All right, we're going to get into a huge topic here, the X Games rebrand. We've been getting a lot of messages about it. They want us to talk about it. We did a little journalism, did a look into it, little 60 minutes deep dive style. I got the press release. So basically they announced that X Games is going, air quotes, all in on the future of action sports. They have a new visual identity. They have X Games League. They have AI judging. They have sports betting. They have global expansion that will mark the dawn of a new era. So, we've all seen the new logo on Instagram. If you haven't, it's been all over the place. But before we get into all of that stuff, and Dan has a box from X Games, which we're going to open shortly.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I think like the important thing about this X Games conversation is like we're not here. We don't want to see X Games fail. We're not here to just flame X Games for no reason. So I think it's important to talk about why X Games is important for our culture. And we're going to bring in a expert journalist that goes by the name of Stan Leveille. Stan, you on air right now? We got you?
Yeah, Chris, we're here. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna point the lens at Dan first as an X Games competitor. Dan, why do you think the X Games is important?
As a child of the early 2000s, it was my introduction to competitive snowboarding. It's what made me want to be a competitive snowboarder. Olympics wasn't really a thing when I was at that point. And it was hard to find snowboard contests, honestly, like as a kid who didn't know what snowboarding really was and was just getting into it. And X Games was the first thing that like ESPN, Ben Hinckley, Biker Sherlock, don't you want to be Ben Hinckley or Biker Sherlock after you watch him luge down a road?
Oh, yeah.
70 miles an hour. But it was pivotal in that action sports, like they were riding bikes down on snow. They failed with certain things. It was like a beautiful experiment for a long time, and snowboarding's lasted out of all those sports, you know, the snowmobiling, so like, I think it's important that they continue it because too, I had a lot of success with X Games and it brought me a lot of like cool career goals that I didn't know I had. So I would love to see it stick around. And I think you need a contest series outside of the FIS scenario. I think that's Terrier for a long time was doing the Ticket to Ride series and things like that. And when I grew up in snowboarding, like the FIS contests were like this one thing. And then you had these other ones that were like more fun and more vibe and more culture of snowboarding. So very important to keep that thing snowboarding focused, you know, keep snowboarding in there. We don't want free skiing to just take it all over.
Well said.
You know?
Yeah. Well said. Stan, you want to tap in?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, Chris, I'm hoping you have your phone on you because I'd like to just share with you a little something that I was working on. And it's just like what you guys might want to consider for maybe like a new.
Oh shit! Wow,
he came with ammo.
Yeah, he doesn't miss.
Conversation.
Yeah. He doesn't miss. Maybe describe this logo for the people that are listening to the show, not watching it.
Yeah, so I've just kind of given you guys a fresh new look. This is about bringing you guys into really a new era
is this
of
a
competitive
dawning of a new
podcasting.
age?
Yeah, Stan, this might be us going all in here.
Yeah. And, we're excited also to announce the Bombhole Leagues. And, it's all about bringing this thing to the podcasting world into a team sport space. So
I can't wait to bet on this.
Well said. Well said. I can jump in here for a sec, Stan, because when I'm breaking down this press release, they start off with the new visual identity, which I think we can all agree is it's atrocious. It reminds me of, I would say it's kind of like a Cybertruck, right? Where you're like, I'd say this whole new X Games relaunch is a lot like a Cybertruck. It's basically like, wow, there's some cool technology and it's very forward thinking. But like as skateboarders and snowboarders, we're just hypercritical. We're just haters. And so it's kind of like this new launch, you're just like, oh, it's really easy to make fun of. Yeah. It's really, really easy to make fun of. So I'd liken it to a Cybertruck, but the release does seem like, Stan, it's been received pretty well on the internet. I know you've seen a couple of comments on there.
Well, yeah, I think what happened here, it's like we're kind of looking at like the extreme sports version of the Cracker Barrel logo change.
Oh my God.
We've got the internet losing their mind. Now, I would say personally, the logo doesn't really offend me or not offend me. Like they put out this thing, I get it, they're trying to revamp, but like I think that what eventually happened was kind of this hilarious boulder rolling of series of unfortunate events that I'd love to kind of catalog.
Walk us through.
Because basically we get a logo launch and they put in all this effort and this is why it's curved here and then I feel like people are like, boo, bring back the old logo. And I can't help but feel like X Games was like, well, shit, we better tell them all the cool riders and athletes that are in this. And then they proceed to put out this series of carousel of some of the worst photoshopping we've ever seen in our lives.
That was pretty bad.
It was so bad.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And so
bad clipping.
Yeah.
Bad clipping.
Yeah,
and here's the thing.
And not the best action photos. What's that?
Looks just like the clipping I did on Stan's.
Exactly. That's bombhole level clipping there.
Clipping in general is a pretty murky way to get into putting out action sports photos, I think. It just kind of obviously gets rid of all context, but bad clipping on top of that was a tougher
How are we
look.
feeling about the selects they picked for the...
You guys know snowboard
style. I'm trying to pull this
style.
up, man. I'm out of the mix.
There were some,
Yeah,
there were
take a
some
look.
tougher selects.
Yeah, Stan, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, it's just that as you start to you know, like there's like the Jamie Anderson example. It almost looks as if though that was a shot taken as she's warming up and actually skipping the rail, maybe. You know, there's just a couple. There's just some tough stuff going on there. And I can't help but feel like after they put in so much work to create this new logo and the video surrounding the new logo, it's like, it is good. That all got buried, right? It all got buried. And then in this weird, like, we're all in thing. And then it really got better this morning, which was like, I feel like maybe they were like, oh, fuck, this isn't going well. We better make a post about who our founders are. And they put out a fucking black and white image of Nyjah as a founder. And most of the internet mistakes this for a post that's telling everyone Nyjah has passed away. So, you got to check the comments on all this stuff. Like, Chris, maybe if you want to like read some of the comments on the Nyjah post, like it's worth checking out.
Yeah, a lot of RIP Nyjah is really how that seemed to be received. When I checked it earlier, yeah, a little bit of a tough launch for the rebrand.
But I think you know what I will say is good for them in all of this is that like one thing, this actually could be incredibly genius because it's gotten so insane that I myself am like, well, now I gotta see this, you know, I gotta tune in. So I feel like maybe this could be some of the most genius guerrilla marketing ever.
Yep.
Where they're making it all so confusing that you just have to tune in.
I'm confused.
To see what's gonna happen.
I'm watching it here. I'm seeing a lot of club.
Yeah, and then they've definitely they're all in tagline. They are all in. They made that very clear. And you gotta realize, like, this is not a fucking like tech company. You're talking to snowboarders and fucking skateboarders. Like, we are fucking haters, okay? Like, you gotta know that you're gonna we're hypercritical. You got to know it's coming.
Well,
down
it's
the
our
pipeline.
space too.
It's our space.
It's not like it's not like it's
protective.
that out of line to be protective over. Yeah, if you're gonna put out imagery of our friends looking not at their best or whatever it is, like I think there's room to be critical about that. But there's also room to come correct on something like that too.
Totally, 100%. And then moving forward, so if I'm trying to break down what this new X Games thing is from my journalism attempt here. X Games League, basically what they're doing, I'm going to do my best to try to explain this. So this isn't gospel, but this is my deciphering of what I thought was happening. But basically for Summer X Games is the first one they're doing. There's 10 athletes per team, 5 men, 5 women. And there's some skate, some BMX. So it's a mixture of skaters and BMXers on the same team. And it's the analogy would kind of be like if X Games is the NBA, you'll have the Lakers and you'll have the Celtics, but they're not associated with a location or it'll just be you can privately own a team. I think they're trying to like franchise these as with owners and things like that. Maybe to try to emulate kind of F1, I think is the idea. But I would say that is just an insane swing and a miss because skateboarders and BMXers, I don't know anything about. I follow skateboarding religiously. I couldn't tell you a single pro BMXer, nor am I interested. Not that I respect it. I respect BMXing. But it's like saying like, all right, we're building a new league where we're going to have football players and basketball players, and you're going to pick 5 football players and 5 basketball players, and then you're going to put them on a team, and then like it's just like it's you're grasping at straws with this thing.
And
I do think that like it is starting to feel like they modeled the plan off of an episode of Rocket Power, you know, where like one person's skating and another person's biking and they're all on a team, right? And they're there to like solve the mystery of a fish taco or something like that. But it's like the team thing is weird. I think that I get the impression that they don't have it all baked yet. And the team thing, like, well, first of all, I'd like to know, what does it cost to buy a team, right? Like, is this
Good question.
something?
Investors?
Is this something that I
Possibly,
can
yeah.
start a GoFundMe for? But yeah, the whole aspect seems a little uncertain. And then, of course, there's a part of me that wants it to work for the same reason that we said. Like maybe there is something here. It does seem easy to poke holes in, but it's just there. It is an aspect of so much of extreme sports intentionally not being a team sport. It being the thing that like drew so many of us to it.
Yeah.
That the intentional backbone of trying to now turn it into this like league team sport thing is something I'm skeptical of, I will say, but willingly open to if they do it right. It just all seems very confusing at this time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think to shed a little light, I think it does come from a little F1 world because Scotty's kind of like a big part of, I think, what X Games is doing. Scotty James is a big part of like what X Games is doing and has been helping them kind of craft something. And he lives in that F1 world in a big way. And I do think that there's a lot taken from like that world of how this could work. And I hope there's the money and the interest to fund and support that with a skiing, snowboarding team. I mean, is that the concept in our world?
Snowboarding would be a team of skiers and snowboarders combined on one team.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then skaters, bikers, whatever in the summertime.
Yes. And they have a draft. So there's like a draft pick.
See, like, I just hope the interest is there. Maybe it is, right? Like, I mean, I'm not a fantasy football guy or whatever sport you do fantasy in, but like people are into that.
The one factor that they do have is there's a big betting, like sports betting kind of driving force behind this, which I would say 100% there is no downside to that, all upside. Like, you know, you bet 20 bucks with your buddy on literally anything, all of a sudden you're invested in that sport. So I think that sports gambling is really, really a good thing for getting people engaged. As long, you know, the one thing that's concerning is just like, you know, making sure our culture is represented properly in a way that we're proud of, because it's, you know, I think, Danny, you've been a great Sherpa of our sport in, you know, being pretty relentless in keeping the integrity of what you do authentic in a direction that you care about. And so, you know, some of this stuff starts to feel a little like we're heading in a strange direction sometimes.
Yeah, hands down. And like NST, I feel like has done a good job of like bridging that a little bit, like doing something fresh and new, but keeping the, like, I would totally bet on the NST, and like it's set up for that as you have rider against rider and like, you know, choose your fighter kind of thing. And, you know, I don't know, like Knuckle Huck, are you going to have a bet, like some weird bet that says like if a guy tries a triple fronty and touches his head on the knuckle, you win 10x? You know, I mean, I wouldn't know to even bet on that guy who did the like triple fronty thing last year. Like it's tricky.
That said, I will say that. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, and that, of course, is the perfect opportunity in the betting world is when you say, I'm all in, you know?
He's good, folks.
He's on it. He's on it.
Blatt, what you going to say?
I was going to say, I think NST has also had its struggles at times with the way things go and whatnot, but they've always broken through any of that type of stuff by asking the riders and implementing what the riders say. So my question to this is, yeah, maybe this is something that feels really questionable, but have they gotten input from a broader range of the snowboarders, skiers, BMXers, skaters that would be a part of this? Have they asked around?
Seems like Nigel's the founder, so he's in support of it.
Hard to, I don't know enough to say.
Yeah.
But you did get a box from him. I'd like to, maybe, should we open that up?
Yeah, let's check this out. So this is apparently my invite to X Games, hopefully. I've kind of been out of the game for a minute. I'm really hoping if I could just get like a couple, you know, the skiers who are like fun and cool and maybe want to go on a POW surf trip after the X Games or something. You know, something. Okay, folks, what we've got here is a super cool branded hat. Okay. You guys, we can pass these around, guys.
Pass that down.
And, okay, it's a pretty...
both all white. All white.
And kind of like... I thought I was getting more. And
Yeah,
I
I thought
don't
it
see
was
an
an
invite
invite.
anywhere.
It's
in
not an
here,
invite?
So.
No invite.
Yeah, what is
Danny,
that?
30 years in the making, and now the X Games is charging into a new era. New look, new vibe, new viral moments, and X Games champs. This kit is our celebration with you. Throw it on, share the stoke, and help us kick off the next chapter of X Games together. Wow. Join the campaign with us by posting a story, tagging X Games and your favorite X Games athletes. Signed by the CEO of X Games.
Who is that? Jeremy Bloom, I believe. Correct, right? Hand signed. Hard to read.
Hard to read. Not much of a legible signature, but
yep.
Thank you, X Games. Cool.
Another thing we forgot to add that I think is also a good thing. If I'm gonna stop being judgmental for a second, but I think that the points chase, right? If you have multiple events, you have points, like, because aside from the team, there will be a snowboard only points chase, which is ultimately really good. Like, to be able to invest in a contest series where people, there's an overall crowning champion, right? Like Supercross, like F1, like any, the Super Bowl, all of that stuff. I think the points chase is something that our sport is missing. So I will say, like, I think that's good for the sport. I got no problems with that whatsoever. Stan, you got anything on that?
Yeah, I mean, the points chase is cool. It's kind of like knowing, it's like we have that in a way, like FIS and the world snowboard points list. Like we have that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I actually don't.
It's kind of like, what do you think of the CFL? Like, are you watching much CFL? Because I don't know. For me, as much as I support X Games continuing being that outside of the FIS contest, we're still in that world where, like, what is snowboarding's main? What is their NFL, their MLB, their FIFA? What, like, we have like all these, like, I don't know. It seems murky, and this where Sean's got his league, X Games has his league. We have the FIS league. I'm starting to like think we're just in a time.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, and Sean White's Snow League does have like verified ties to the Olympics. Like they do serve as an Olympic qualifier. I do not believe that is true for X Games, which, that maybe would help the process. But yeah, I think what I'm also kind of confused about is, what if you don't get drafted? Like, what is there athletes that aren't getting
my question.
They're free agents. I watched the YouTube video. They'll have free agents.
Okay.
So is this my opportunity?
Who's doing the drafting? The team captain or the buyer of the team?
The buyer of the team would have. But you could draft your own fantasy. I'd imagine you can draft your own. I mean, we're speaking on shit we don't know about, but I'd imagine you can draft your own fantasy team and the.
Are we rewriting?
It's all murky. I don't want to say my words are gospel right now. This is all subject to change. But for this, we're all trying to decipher. I've been on the internet trying to this is me actively trying to figure out what's going on.
All right.
But when I think about this stuff too, like there's this other part of me that thinks like, okay, we have X Games and we have like, all, it's basically trying to like essentially be the NFL, right? Be like bigger. We're trying to grow it and be bigger. But I think the like concept is just like, when you look at snowboarding holistically and you compare it to the NFL and the F1, and you look at the amount of people that are interested in watching snowboard competition, like it is fucking tiny. Like we are like, if all of sports is North America, like snowboarding is like a small state
Rhode
in
Island.
fucking it's like it's
Rhode Island.
Providence, Rhode Island, not even the whole state. Like it's tiny, compared to.
And we like that. We like kind of being like this counterculture.
Why are we trying to make something that it's not? Because it's 98% sure to not work. Like when I'm looking at this right now, there may be, like I would give it a 2% at best of this thing like working, because we're tiny. Like we don't have eyeballs like NFL. Like you watch the Ryder Cup that was on this weekend. Millions and millions and millions of people are watching, and I think that a lot of that goes back to subjective sports, right? Like anything that is subjective, pretty much unanimously, without UFC or boxing, but those are humans beating the shit out of each other, which plays into a whole different emotion. But you take gymnastics, high diving, mogul skiing, like all these things that there's not a clear winner and a clear loser. Like they're not racing, they're not competing for points. Like, two guys do back-to-back 1900s. One guy grabs tail, one guy grabs nose. Who does to choose who wins, right? Like it's all up for debate. There's no.
Well, the AI judge chooses.
AI judges. There we go. I guess the AI judging solves our problem.
And is there any talk of real human judges?
I don't know. It says what I have here. It says AI-powered judging. Air quotes, the OWL, is real-time, transparent scoring that ensures accuracy and trust for athletes and fans.
Oh, wow.
So that's the one question. Danny, take, for example, there's a pipe run. Somebody goes chuck and roast the whole way down. You do a fakie method.
Yeah, you're not getting the
What is the AI?
Well,
Does
it depends
the
what the
AI
owl's into. The owl might love a switch method or faking method.
I guess it's whatever they feed it, right? They just got to feed it a bunch of
Danny
bunch of
clips.
dope. Yeah, get like some or like some DK, some Dan Cass clips.
If we
and
could train this AI judge up, that might be a good
But if it's
idea.
trained more with like Crispin Lipscomb and some of the more spinny kind of, maybe it's like a Uto or who knows like what this AI is trained with.
We need to know more about this owl.
Isn't AI is everything you feed it?
I think what we should do is take this AI and we should feed it MFM.
Yeah, there you go. Little
Danny
MFM.
Davis.
Throw some Scotty
Danny
Whitlake
Cass.
in there.
Yes.
Throw some, we need like, some Andreas Wig, like, really feed it with the good stuff. And then maybe we've got a nice AI judge.
Yeah, little Nico Mueller.
Yeah, feed it some, a couple conspiracy rolls, and make sure it has what snowboarding is looking for. Then maybe it's a decent judge.
I've changed my position. I'm all in. I am all in on the AI judging. It's official.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. And what I think too is like, what about the edging and there's so many parts of like, especially the half pipe run, slope style too, like coming off a rail early. Did they get like in the middle of their board with their, or was the back lip like all on the nose and front foot? Like there's going to be a lot of like, how smart is that thing?
The owl sees all.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You know what we call the owl head, by the way? It's Joe Sexton used to do 50-50 back threes where he turned his head all the way around on the rail so he could whip it around.
That totally makes sense.
Like the Mighty Ducks shirt, just like.
Yeah, so they got the owl head Sexton AI technology hitting them. But when I look at this shit, it seems like it's like a tech bro. Like I keep thinking Cybertruck. Everything
you can bet,
I look
but
at,
only with Bitcoin.
But you know what? The thing that's beautiful with snowboarding that I think is great, and skateboarding is that we kind of like self-police a little bit, like in the sense that like when people are going one way, there's always going to be someone pushing the other way. And when I look at that, I look at the rise of in skateboarding, we have the Dime Glory Challenge, right? It's unbelievable. We have Copenhagen Open, these like true grassroots core to the cultural events that are true to who we feel like, how we feel like skateboarding and snowboarding should be represented. DIYX, I think, is a fantastic example of that. And I think like as things go that direction, like I think we see more things that are like, no, that I don't like where that's going. I'm going hard right. I'm going towards what was the Dime Glory Challenge? Cover of Thrasher, Tom Shark goes over the giant volcano thing, and that's on the cover of the magazine. Like you're not seeing nobody from the images that they're releasing for the All In. Like that ain't it, dude. That ain't fucking it, dude. I'm sorry. Like it's just not it.
Oh, and that's why those things are important. The DIYX, like. Even like the things that Red Bull's doing, like
heavy metals,
those are super important because these X Games, Sean's League, the Fist stuff, those are going to exist and they're going to come in so many different forms, and we're going to sit here and be like, that's whack, or this is cool if they do it the right way. But then the real part of, I think, what snowboarding is more like built on is those events, and that's why those are probably so important. While it's important for X Games to continue and be something great, it's maybe more important that these smaller events that are more hate to use the word core, but more core are just so important, man.
Well said. And that being said too, we do need our super. Again, the reason why we're flaming it, I think too, is because for so long the X Games has been like our Super Bowl. Like it's fucking X. It's going down. Like this is it. It's on fucking TV. You know, this is like the mainstream glimpse into our little world. That's all they got was X Games. So like us being protective over it is only because we fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, and this isn't like, hey, you're doing this wrong. We're just calling it how we fucking see it, right? And I think that's like, you know, we're in debt to do that. And when we see shit heading in a direction that I'm pretty skeptical of. So it's like
not to talk down on it or anything, but to trash talk what they're doing. You know, but I think one way to look at it is this isn't the first time, right? Like we've had this happen in snowboarding before, and it will be what it is. It'll be a little kooky. They'll tweak it. And I can't believe we have the AI generated after last year's AI generated stuff and how much of a joke that was. But who knows, man? They tweak it, and it makes the smaller events and the fun events even more important. You know, Bombhole Cup, super important. Don't stop doing that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Those are all the bank slaloms, all that stuff. That is the culture of snowboarding. This is sort of trying to take snowboarding in maybe a bigger, more. It's hard, you know. I like the Olympics. I like watching downhill skiing once every 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Love to watch the Olympics. I love a little ice skating here and there, a little luge. You know, I'm a fan for once every 4 years, and I just hope that's not the fact for snowboarding. And this is kind of a cool little maybe test of how into snowboarding are people, the general public.
Yeah.
Did the owl do the photo clipping?
No, that was better than that, dude. It's don't you think? You know?
AI board graphic, photo clipping?
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, the other part of me for this topic is like, can I get like bought? Can I get on a team?
Your team
like,
worthy.
am I worth? That's what I'm saying. Like, is this like a new avenue for me?
Yeah, who determines the draft pick value? First pick's got to be the owl. You know, what if you're a free agent? That's tough though.
That's
but
is that,
over the
free agent if the money's there, that's kind of cool.
Put up a fiery LinkedIn post.
Like
and let's get you on a team.
A lot of these kids who are like,
Dan, you're just gonna go all in, okay?
A lot of these kids who are riding for these countries aren't like making a ton of money.
Yeah.
So if somebody's gonna like, I like that. Bring some money into the sport. Put them on.
I hope so.
Get them a Monaco bank account and.
All right, we did it. We talked about X Games, guys. I don't know how we move out of this gracefully, but Stan, any last words before we send you off?
Take us out of this.
Stan, take us out.
I think and with that, I think we're all out of things to say.
Spoken like a true professional.
All right, great call, Stan. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks,
you,
boys.
Stan.
Later.
All right, later.
See ya.
Wow. All right, they caught a couple strays.
Bit of a bloodbath.
Yeah, caught a couple strays.
Let them eat.
That's all right. I think it's important to speak authentically. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to keep things moving. This is a segment called the Capita Union Spinning Wheel. So I spin this thing, and then I ask you a question. The spinning wheel is presented by Capita and Union. Capita just celebrated 25 years, and Union just celebrated 20 years of being in business, independently owned. Major congrats. Great people at those brands, and they make really good product. I ride Union and Capita. Love it. Let's spin this baby. See what we got.
The wheel of death. 7. Lucky number 7. Take it to heaven.
7. Okay, here we go. This is for Blatt and Dan. Both of you have to share. What is the sketchiest situation you've ever been on your snowboard? What comes to mind? Sketchy moments.
I would love to hear Blatt's. I bet Blatt's got some momos.
Last season, I was kind of like getting started and committing to snowboarding a little bit more. I don't know. We all go in our waves of trying hard or not trying hard, and I've been in probably good.
Blatt strictly rides a swallowtail.
I've been trying to try not hard for a long time, and then like December last year, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna like kind of try. And I went to the resort Palisades over here a few times, and I kept running into Jeremy Jones and his daughter. Mia, and we would they would kind of like take me on a hell ride for like as many laps as I was down for, and it was kind of awesome, but like really scary. And like the last time I was really scared was on this lap that had a bunch of rocks around it, and it was super icy. And
Jared's
he'll
like,
just,
I'll do KT22. Like, yeah, it's good. Dude, hop turns, you can practice it. Like, down shoot 75.
yeah,
Totally.
so yeah, practicing with Jared was the last time I was scared, and it was good. Mass guy.
Nice.
Yeah,
Gripped
mass
on
guy.
some
Massachusetts.
boilerplate Palisades. Yeah, I could.
A lot of good adjectives to describe the snow.
Tons.
Yeah, he has a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a lot.
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
And it got me ready to go to Alaska with my
There we go.
with my dogs.
Mine's maybe, well, I think I've had quite a few, on my snowboard. But recently, the TGR movie a couple of years ago, got out of the helicopter to ride this line. It's very firm on top, which sometimes happens, like it's been getting scoured, but there's powder down in the good stuff. And got out of the helicopter. It was super icy, and I was like, ooh, I don't know. And it was kind of like a carry your board in the helicopter kind of scenario. So I'm getting my board out, and then I was starting to slip, and I was kind of like, okay, I don't like this. So I got back in the helicopter. We looked at it again. Should have just said no. My bad. We went back. I got out, and the helicopter was like, as he was pulling away, he was like pushing against the slope because the wind's blowing, and that's what the helicopter does. But what happened was like the ski of the helicopter pushed me, and then there was like this 400-foot cliff, kind of 300-foot cliff thing. And I started sliding head first, and I had about 10 feet of snow in front of me to like figure out how the hell to stop. And it was all scoured and icy, and I dug my bear clawed myself in, grabbed it, and like just at the last second, my board went flying off the cliff, like all the way down, and stuck there. And I look up, and the guys are in the helicopter just hovering there like, oh my God. And then I had to kind of like grip my way back up this icy little bulge and then get back in the helicopter because my board was gone. And then I just kind of called it quits for the day. And that was one of the scarier, grippy moments I've ever had on my snowboard.
Damn.
Yeah, that was a scary one.
Heavy.
Yeah, it was a big one. And Elena was up on the next thing, kind of just like, what's going on down there? And then she rides her line, comes down, and I was like, oh, sick, that looked fun. She's like, what happened? And I'm like, we'll talk about it later. Because the heli pilot was kind of like, it wasn't his bad. It was my bad for letting it happen. But yeah, that was a grippy one. Probably
How long
similar to
ago?
Blatt on Shoot 75. Where he's like,
You guys are feeling very
sort of on his toe edge, just kind of sliding down slowly. And Jerry's like, yeah, you got it. It's kind of similar.
What year? How long ago?
That was 2 years. The TGR movie.
Posey born?
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Was it? Yeah. No.
Okay.
No, not yet. TGR year. I can't remember when that was. Maybe 3 years ago. Yeah, not too long ago, but that one always sticks in the brain when I go to Alaska now, and I get out and it's like firm. I'm like, I'm good. Let's bail.
I got a question. As a dad, do you think about risk a little bit differently?
Yeah, I think too. Just like I'm not as definitely. I'm not risking the biscuit like I used to, for sure. Because I just wasn't thinking about it either back then. I was just so excited to like jump into a slope, and now. The more you know, the more you know. When you take these avalanche courses and stuff, they're like, oh, the more you know, the more you know. And it's a good thing and a bad thing at times because you know all the bad things that can happen and you kind of got to turn those off sometimes, but let those lights pop up in your head when they need to, you know. And sometimes you need to just say no. And that's we get away with so much. I probably lived 9 lives at this point, and like, so you start to learn that like it's not always the time to push it. You kind of got to have a little... Nah, I'm good, No
one to hold them, no one to fold them.
And that line, you got to do the risk versus reward. Was I going to get Rider of the Year from riding that line? Fuck no. It was like this panel that everybody rides, and so it was just not the day to ride that,
Glad you're okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm alive.
Glad you're okay. What goes through the back of my head is once my wife told me, she goes, if we have kids and you die, I will kill you.
Yeah, I will come onto the other side. I will come to heaven, and I will kill you again. Yeah, Marge, that's kind of our,
All right, let me tell you what I'm excited about, people. These Bubs Naturals Hydrate or Die hydration packs. We are hammering these things at the office all day long. I'm drinking these on the daily, staying hydrated, whether I'm just at work or I'm out getting after it on my snowboard. And one thing people should know is that 75% of Americans are dehydrated. You're talking about losing strength, focus, endurance. You can have some brain fog. So let's hear the science. Your body needs electrolytes. We're talking sodium, potassium, magnesium to actually pull water into your cells. That's where Bubs Hydrate or Die comes in. It's based on oral rehydration solution science, a blend of sodium and glucose that pushes hydration directly into your bloodstream fast. We're talking 2 to 3 times faster than water alone. That's not hype, that's actual data. So whether you're flying, you're climbing, you're drinking, you're working, or you're just up at altitude, you're losing more than you think when it comes to water. Hydrate or Die brings it back. We're talking 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes per pack, cane sugar only, no sketchy sweeteners, and it's NSF certified for sport. It's clean, tested, and made in the USA. And let me tell you something, this new formulation tastes really, really good. So hydration's not optional. It's the cheat code to keep going. Hydrate smart, hydrate clean, hydrate or die. Head on over to bubsnaturals.com, grab a box. Your muscles, your brain, and your send will thank you. It's Bombhole approved. Let's do this. Okay, picture this. One day you're chasing POW, the next street skating in a city you don't even live in. Whatever your vibe is, chill, bold, classic, wild, Cole makes headwear that adapts because style's not a fixed thing. Cole Headwear. However many hats you wear, make them Cole. And I'm also currently wearing a bonnet provided by Cole Headwear. Let me tell you, this thing is clean. So check out coleheadwear.com. And remember, however many hats you wear, make them Cole.
All right, we're going to get into heater clips. We don't have a jingle. Danny, would you like to make one?
Heater clips. It's the new clips of the week. No?
Wow, I love that.
Yeah, we're using that every time.
Should we throw a jingle behind that?
Yeah, you can.
No, I was thinking just that.
Just that.
Yeah.
I'll put it in here.
Yeah, no, we're gonna put it in there. Yeah, I can. I'll talk to you. We can spice it up.
All right,
a
we'll
bit
do
if you
some
want,
production
but
after
yeah.
this. Save that soundbite after.
Yeah, you're gonna see that every week.
All right,
now.
first clip. Can you guys see my 2015 MacBook Pro? That's dirty.
Yeah.
Newest owl technology.
Is that the owl on there?
Jacoe. All right, here we go.
All right.
The first clip is a Japanese rider. I don't want to butcher his name. It's, I think, Daichi. And it's my favorite dry slope clip I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
And oftentimes you're not looking for dry slope clips. This is it right here. So for the listeners, he's going down a green carpet, and he jumps on the scaffolding side railing and pops off basically into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
He goes off course. This is just kind
Super
of
Japanese.
all that's right in snowboarding.
He's a pioneer.
Getting crafty on the dry slope.
You know, it reminds me of Lucas Magoon at Heavy Metal.
Oh, great!
Right into the
Great
into the
reference.
road.
Mixed with like some, was it Kale Hill?
It is a little Kale Hill.
Kale Hill going
Yeah.
on there?
Yeah.
Shouts?
Kale Hill would hit.
I mean,
Nice reference.
And
Nice
look
reference,
at
yeah.
look at like what kind of rail he's hitting. It looks like
It looks aluminum.
yeah, and like
It's like a homegrown dry slope scenario too.
Yeah, a
This
little
could be
DIY dry slope.
backyard dry slope.
looks like.
Yeah.
For the love of the game.
Yeah, that's just all that's right in snowboarding right there. That's what
Gosh,
it's all
that's
about.
fantastic. And the like air mattress that he landed on, or what is that
I'm
thing?
not sure.
That was-
It's like he landed in a bunch of thorn bushes. Yeah,
All right, I'm having a hard time breaking down.
Poison ivy after
Dan,
that.
We're looking to you on this one, Dan.
Yeah, this is the Eli Bouchard just dropped a new trick, and I don't know. He called it the McBoosh, I believe.
The boosh bag.
Yeah.
What's going on with this thing? It's like a double. Dude, he rewinds
Yeah,
it,
what's
double
going on
cork
at the end of
rewind.
that?
What's his? Sorry for my lack of knowledge of up and coming riders. Is he goofy or regular?
That's the question.
I actually don't.
Yeah, this one kind of makes sense. The last 180.
No, that's where you lost
he
me.
looks.
What's happening?
Is
So
that
looks-
I think we're going like
kind of almost like a
under rewind.
yeah.
What's
that
happening there?
Like a almost nollie fronty in a way, like he goes like what?
Yeah.
Nollie fronty, and then he brings it back. So yeah, it's like
Yeah, is that right?
He goes like almost nollie fronty double, and then he brings it front side, goes front three.
Dude,
right? Is that what's happening?
I don't know.
We need that. We need the owl on this
But
one.
he can label that. That's not like Yuri calling the YOLO flip when it's really just a front 12 or whatever it was. But like, that's his own trick. Like,
100%.
he can call that the boosh bag all day.
The McBoosh.
The McBoosh. Okay.
You know what?
Like boosh bag.
It starts off with the like JP Walker front double cork. Like You know when he did the first double cork, it starts like that.
But backwards.
Yeah.
It's the double dump that's really.
I don't understand how he rewinds this thing. Like it's
kind of making more sense to me as I'm looking at it. So you go like nollie fronty and you're like sideways, and then instead of keep going this way, you kind of just pull it. I'm kind of seeing it.
100%.
You could not get me to try that on a jump.
No.
Give me an airbag.
I don't understand what it is, really.
Get him on an airbag.
All right, this is Kaishu. I got so much respect for Kaishu. He's dropping in.
It's hard to watch.
Is he go? Oh, clips his face. Heavy. But
what you want to see.
To go back, I screenshotted his story and I got so much respect. Let me read the caption. It says, "Thank you everyone for your kind messages. I'm scared to try this trick again, but thanks to you all, I think I can do it again. Love you all." And it's a photo of him with his face
so real.
all destroyed in a neck brace. And you're like, this dude's a real one.
Yeah. He's at that age where you're hungry for more.
Yeah.
That one would send me. I'm done after that.
Yeah.
Good.
Pipe riding is so gnarly.
Can we see that one more time?
Yeah.
Is it front 12? He's goofy.
That's my initial thought when I look at it. But you never know, honestly, seriously.
Yeah. Front
12 double, clips his
Mute.
face.
Yowzer, man.
He did make it, though, later in the carousel.
I saw that. I was thinking that one was probably earlier than that one. He probably landed.
I think he landed that. I would imagine he didn't go back up after that.
I hope not.
And this is just a nice offering from Sean Fitzsimons. Really love it. Look at the switchback road.
Oh, baby.
He doesn't even, look at when he waits. He doesn't even start flipping until he's like.
Dude, he's one of my faves. Like, not up and coming, obviously. He's been around for a minute, but like.
Zeb Pell is up and coming. He's not.
Looking.
Just to be clear.
I'm looking for some contest results out of this young man this year.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, dude.
I would hope
imagine a Sean Fitzsimons Olympic medal.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That would make me
feel
really
good.
happy.
Maybe one of the better snowboarders too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw you guys had that.
Yeah.
we missed a lot of good names on that.
No.
I'm all in on Sean Fitzsimons.
Yeah, he's. I'd take him on my team.
Put him on the team.
I'll
Put him on
take
the
him.
team. He's going first round, second round.
I'd take him in the. It depends what my options are, but I'd take him in the first round.
He'd do good with the
Because
owl.
if somebody steals like a Sparky and a Red and a, maybe a Ming Sui's gone. Like, yeah, I'm taking a Fitzsimons.
Yeah, not a bad take.
All right, we're going to talk about Arbor. I like what Arbor's got going on these days. They're doing big things. So Arbor has been making high-performance snowboards for nearly 30 years with a little thing called craftsmanship, and they do it with a conscience. These guys were on the sustainability tip long before it was cool, using real wood top sheets, eco-friendly materials, and giving a damn about the mountains and the planet. They're backed by one of the sickest teams out there. We're talking Jared Elston, a.k.a. Big Air Jer, Mary Francois, Red Gerard, who just won an X Games gold, Brian Iguchi, Danny Cass, and many others. Arbor Snowboarding is resetting the standard, blending high performance and sustainability with precision, power, and purpose. So whether you're straight lining like a psycho or going full dummy in the park, Arbor's got A-grade boards and bindings that you need to ride your best. So check out Arbor. They got a lot of cool stuff going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lizard King here. And I've got a fantastic new product for you. It's Run Through a Wall nasal strips. Eucalyptus flavored, 30 in a pack. And it will make your life 25% better. Do you sleep next to someone that's constantly snoring, ruining your life, making it so you're groggy, grumpy, and angry in the morning? Buy them some nasal strips from runthroughawall.com. It's a fabulous website. We've got breathing salts. We've got nasal strips. Go to runthroughawall.com, type in Lizard King at the checkout, and you can get yourself 10% off. Good to see you.
Maybe let's do product talk.
Oh, yeah.
Product talk.
You guys could
Can we use
just
that?
making
damage
jingles.
with this.
Can we use that?
You guys could do some damage.
Is Ninja gonna rake us over the coals for that jingle?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm not talking to Ninja about this.
Yeah. No, I can run my own. We can,
Ninja who?
cut them out.
Cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about product. I know you're pretty savvy with this. What you got? Any new Burton products you're excited about? Anything like that?
I really like this board I rode this year called the Smooth Operator. It's like a 160, and what I really like about it is the channel. I know that the channel is kind of a big, like, some people don't like the channel, some people like 4-hole boards, but what's nice about the channel is it runs the whole length of the board, so you can really really dial where you want to be and change where you want to be. Big swallowtail, dished out spoon nose. It's like it's just like a different kind of Burton board. I feel like it's like super focused for powder, but works really good for groomers. Smooth Operator, been loving that one this year. Rode it on a lot of deep days, and but it works really good on groomers. It's not amazing at going backwards.
Swallowtail.
Swallowtail, yeah, it's a little scary to go backwards, but you can land backwards on it and then jump around. But that board's been a fun one for me to play on the last year, and so that one's coming out. It's probably in your stores now.
Did you, or were you a part of any of the?
I wrote it
R&D?
a couple years ago before, like, it was, and but I didn't build this one. The board makers at Burton are like, they're cooking up a lot, and then you'll get a board in the mail, and they're like, "What do you think?" And you're like, "Yeah," or "Yay" or "Nay," and then 2 years later, they're like, "Oh, we're making that board." And you're like, "Oh, sick." But I was glad to see that one come out. It's a fun board, kind of like could rival like a Jones Mind Expander, or like kind of like live in that world. And so if you like those kind of boards, it's definitely set back a little bit, but insane amount of float and minimal side cut, so it's super fun for railing turns on the mountain. And then one more product that I would say for people to like keep their eyes out for is the new BOA boot that like Mark Sollers has been working on with Burton. It's got like 3 different zones of and it really just, like, what I found awesome about it is like it just no heel lift whatsoever. It's got like this extra BOA that sucks your heel in like way into the back of the boot. And then you've got your other classic 2 zones, your upper and your lower, but there's like a 3rd zone that just like sucks your whole foot in, and it's a really nice fit for those who like to wear their boots tight.
Triple BOA.
Triple Bowies.
All in on triple BOA.
Yep. But I've only ridden it like one day, but I know that Sollers is backing it huge. And the one day that I did ride it, like, I don't ride BOA boots, but if we could get that in every boot, how it just sucks in like that, I think people wouldn't go to it.
A lot of people complain about heel lift. It's a major problem for me.
Well, and it's a major problem because like your boot packs out just even throughout the day. Mm-hmm. So having the BOA is kind of nice because you can just crank. You don't have to like retie or repull or whatever. Like,
what do you run, Blatt?
I've seen you in some BOAs.
I like softies.
Yeah.
Laces or
I'm
boas?
hanging out. I'm a laces guy.
He's a speed zone guy.
Yeah, but like
speed zone.
Speed zone.
A little pull system on the Burton boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's speed zone.
These guys know what I am. I like it soft though out there.
Yeah.
Chilling, dude.
What board are you on? What plank?
Same kind of
You ride the
boards.
Smooth Operator?
Doesn't know
No,
the-
but
tell
I
me you don't
think
know
that
the
it'd
name.
be
It's a
the
total
board.
Blatt board.
Yeah, just like the ones that are real fish.
He likes them
shaped.
short and fat, and
I just like.
What's the name
when
of
I
the
have my-
board particularly? I'm just curious.
Blatt, what was
Just it looks like.
You know that,
he was a skeleton key guy for a little
Okay,
while.
nice, Dan. Nice.
And then Skipjack, he was on the Skipjack
Nice,
for a
Dan.
time.
Really bailing him out here.
Yeah.
And then I noticed, and Blatt doesn't like change boards. Like he gets a board at the beginning of the year, and no matter how dinged
one.
it gets,
True.
And Blatt's also been kind of split border guy out there.
I thought Blatt lived at Baldface Lodge.
He does.
That's
He does.
like, what is, right? I
Yeah.
thought that's basically your home.
Yeah,
established.
he likes to go check in often there,
You gotta check in.
and then he runs
Middle
the
Earth.
bar. That's the thing. He's a very good bartender. Up
Yes,
there.
he is. That's a fact. All right, let's keep it moving here. I want to talk about Paved. Big Burton video coming out. I heard rumor on the street, a couple big wedges in there.
Couple big wedges.
Dan was such a jumper during this film. You're gonna trip. He's got clips.
I think I only have jump clips. Honestly, my free riding was like.
No, you have free ride clips
We got
too,
free
but
ride
you have
clips,
a bunch
but
of really sick jump
Ferg's kind of got
clips.
the hammer free ride clips. I got some jumpies. Dude, John Jay almost had a shot. I'm sad to see that one but the boys had a session with John Jay on a big kicker here. There's a Tahoe section, which feels good. There's not always a Tahoe section
Doesn't get a lot
these
of love.
days.
Doesn't get a lot of love.
So we're kind of bringing it back with a Tahoe section. BC, Alaska. Those are kind of Japan. Those are kind of our locations. A little leak on that. Annagasser gets in the backcountry. We got some Zoe in the backcountry, which was great. Some Takaru.
How do you do?
Dude, he's like one of my favorite snowboarders in the moment right now.
Up-and-comer.
He's kind of an up-and-comer. Can I say that without getting yelled at by you guys?
More so than
Anyway.
No comment. That one's a gray area. I'll give you that, but he's done some stuff.
Yeah, his trick
he's incredible.
Repertoire is just insane. He can do like anything.
Board control.
One of the only guys I've
Takaru
seen
footy.
do a front flip, make it look good. Grabs Japan.
Yeah.
Like I've never been like, oh.
First person I saw do that was
Yeah.
like Nolly McTwist.
Again, up and coming, right?
Yeah. He was definitely up and coming then. It's debatable now. What else about the flick?
All right, let's talk about a couple Danny go-tos. We got a good back seven in there.
There's a good back.
What grab?
You know, I only have so many tricks, so it's tough on these jumps. And when you film for 2 years, kind of eat up those tricks kind of quick.
Yeah.
There's some switchback fives. I think there's two. There's switchback road.
Switchback rodeo is
Switchback
rodeo.
What grab?
Switchback road tail, like Fitzsimons style. Maybe not as like sleeping as his was, but
a little stiffer.
Decent. Dude, Mickle's got some hammies. Ferg's, like, I just think this is a good, like, it's not a Ferg move, like, but it is. Like, Ferg's kind of got, like, the like,
tips,
he just went hard, I feel like. At least in Alaska, like, Ferg was scared of nothing, and he's got some really good stuff. He's got, like, a sick back nine in there, good front nine, I think. Ferg put up. And then road lines. Like
big boy pants on?
Big boy pants.
Oh,
big time.
yeah, riding
big time. Yeah, and I feel like he was maybe the hungriest. Between him and Brock, the hunger factor.
Brock hit some jackers. I love Brick on a jacker.
Brick hit some jackers and always looking for the jacker. There could be like something perfectly great right in front of us, and then Brock's like, let's just find some landings, dude. You're like in Alaska flying around, Brock's just like, dude, we need to find a wedge. And there's just like beautiful spine walls everywhere and whatever. And it's like, Brock, dude, let's find a wedge. Dude, we need to block up. Like so much so that he goes and buys a shit scoop on every trip we go on for, and you're like, how am I going to get that into the helicopter? And he's like, we can take it apart.
We did take Tuffy. We took Tuffies into
Tuffies
we
fit in
put
the basket.
Tuffies in the basket on this movie.
Tuffies go in the basket some days. Very motivated by Brock.
Who is very motivated.
He's one of the most motivated humans out there.
How's his method looking?
Great, one of the best methods.
He's not missing on that.
No, he's got a great method. Mick Mo has some stuff that's pretty solid. And I'm trying. Maria Thompson and Yilfa's in the movie too. And I love a Yilfa. Like Yilfa's like in powder. I think Yilfa's established great rider, but like she's got room to grow in the powder world. Like I think this was a good intro this year for her into it, but she's got that kind of like Haley Langland, Elena, like where she just looks comfy on her board out there and looks like she just needs to spend some time out there and really grind. And I think she's going to be an incredible free rider. Zoe too, but Zoe we've kind of seen through NST and stuff.
Up and comer.
But I didn't say up and comer. Putting words in my mouth. But Zoe's really hard to hit a jump with because she's better than I am, so it's hard,
I'd imagine it's got to be tough going with the Burton crew. You got some talent out there on the wedges.
You hit a jump, go to a jump with Brock, Mark, and Zoe, and I'm like, I think I sat it out.
No,
I sat it out.
Think about
one of the jumps in the movie. I just sat it out because I was just like, what am I gonna do on this? Like Mark, I think Mark did cab 9, Brock did like cab 7, which was really sick. Zoe did front double 10, and I was just like, I think I'm good. And then stupidly, once the landing was all bombed out, I was like, all right, let me add this thing. Back rodeo to the bottom, hurt my knee. Classic old guy on the trip thing, just like, I'm good. Everybody's like, dude, are you okay? I'm like, no, it's good. It's just giving out a little bit.
always love when you're telling the story about when you're trying double back radio 10s and
Mark's just fueling me. I'm nowhere close. He's just like, it's there. I think I don't know, like maybe like pop more. I don't know, right? Yeah, I like Sparky after I hit that jump, went to the bottom back rodeo. I'm like, he's just like, hey, you key? Like, wait, like really, you key? Yeah, I'm fine. Zoe's got some beauties though in this flick. For ladies on park booters, lots of them can handle the park booters.
Yeah.
I think it's harder when you step into the backcountry. You got a weird run in, the lips soft in places, whatever. Like Zoe crushes that. She's one of the better jumpers I've seen out there in the ladies powder category. And she's got some hammies. So everybody's got some clips.
I love hearing that. Blatt, so Paved dropping, you guys doing a big premiere tour?
Yeah, I think there's a big
Blatt's not
premiere
going on a single stop, but he's
Schedule-
busy,
the
man.
schedule.
He's like a
got married.
wildlife shooter. Yeah, he's got
shooting wildlife, making
Dog.
breakfast for people.
Mountain biking?
big tour.
No, I'll come to a stop.
You better.
Yeah.
Maybe Vancouver. That's kind of your.
I love Vancouver.
Close to Baldface, kind of close to Baldface.
Yeah,
Not
close to
really
home.
at all.
Close to
but-
Close to home, yeah.
It's a journey. I've tried to fly it in a helicopter. Actually,
I don't even know
It's a
if you
long
can
one.
tell that story.
Yeah,
though.
you know you
that's
can't.
a good one though.
But like I think I go next week. We start in Burlington. We're doing a call. I think at the college there was like kind of the first premiere.
Wow.
And then we go to New York City, and then I go to Japan. Then the crew goes to Europe. I might catch a little Europe, but there's a Europe push, a China, and then there's a few in the U.S. I know Denver has one, Vancouver has one. So
All right,
come on out.
Can we
folks.
do Burton team power rankings? Who's going to get the most dinged up first through 4?
Oh, yeah, good.
at the premiere?
Yeah, premiere dinged up power rankings.
Well, here's the thing: all the kids are kind of training right now. Like they're going to Sauce Fe right now, and then they like bounce back for the premiere, and then they're going like back to Sauce Fe. So like
they're focused.
well, maybe it's like their one night to go.
Yeah.
Well, we still need power rankings.
Power rankings. Well, Mikey C at the Vancouver premiere will be. I love it.
So he's
He'll be
P1.
going, he'll be going deep at the van for sure. He'll go big there.
Yep.
Mickle, almost certainly.
Yeah.
An Asia trip for Mickle.
Yep. Slide him into second.
I think. Well, no, I bet Mickle could be in first place.
Mickle's in P1.
Mikey C P2
in Vancouver only, but in
Yeah, well, I just Mikey when he travels, sometimes I feel like he's a little more shy. But you get him in his hometown, and the real psycho Mike comes out.
oh yeah. 2 more picks.
Well, Ben Ferg, I would say, but he's just on such a healing train.
Yeah,
I'm wondering, he's like healing his knee, and he's like on a hard gym routine. And heard him say that like he didn't want to go on too much of the tour because he wanted to stay in the gym.
Yeah,
Wow, like
that's too bad.
X Games League.
yeah. All in? Question mark?
He's all in.
He's all in.
Owl loves it.
But I would put Ferg in a top 5 for get made. I would put myself in there. I like to have a little fun.
You coming in 4th? you think?
Third. Put me in third.
Oh, so B Ferg.
No kid.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll probably be at a couple
Yeah.
premieres just with
Yeah.
the boys.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. Just cross-eyed.
Well, still able to have a combo. I hope. I don't
you
go
know
as big as I used to.
When Dan gets hit, you know what really starts driving the impersonations? they are elite when he gets like one.
When I get like 9 in me. All right, that's kind of my, Mickle always likes to send it pretty big.
Yeah.
Brock too. Brock will,
But he's locked in.
well, and he's young, and he's like kind of the next day, he's just like, oh, dude, should we get some happy spritzes and get back to it, or what? Should we get a mimosa on the flight? Yeah. There's, you never know, though. Maybe there'll be like a team manager who goes too big, a little Pat Dodge or something.
Yep. I like
Sleeper.
that. Yeah.
It's a sleeper.
I could see Yilfa going big, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be having a good
That's
time.
good.
Hey, Silk, you feel those temperatures dropping?
A telltale sign that winter is creeping up, and that also means prices on the Icon Pass are going up soon. Your savings end October 9th, so if you want a season stacked with joy, now's the time to get after it.
You can unlock 60 plus unique destinations worldwide, from first chair to last après cheer. This is your pass to more mountains, more laps, and more joy for you and your crew all season long.
And starting at only $329 for an adult pass, you'll want to grab your Icon Pass before the lifts start spinning. Buy now with a payment plan from as low as $0 down, 0% APR, and terms do apply.
Don't delay. This is the best time to take advantage of fall's best price.
Buy your Icon Pass before savings end at iconpass.com. That's IKONPASS.com. Lock it in before October 9th.
All right, whether you're carving fresh powder or just heading out for your first runs of the season, the right gear makes all the difference. That's where Shady Rays snow goggles come in. They've got the perfect goggles to get you started on the mountain, everything you need in one go without the hassle. And if you're the type who likes to customize your setup, they've got you covered there too. From lens swaps to strap options, you can build your own look and ride in your own style. And here's the best part. If your goggles take a hit, you're covered from day one with broken protection. And if they're just not the right fit, free 30-day returns make it easy to swap or send them back. So gear up with premium goggles built for the mountain with style and protection you need at a price that keeps it all within reach. So at the Bomb Hole, we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com, use promo code BOMBHOLE for 30% off goggles and polarized sunglasses. Be confident anywhere under the sun with Shady Rays, the eyewear that has your back.
All right, we're going to dive into some Instagram questions here. Danny, jingle?
Oh, Instagram questions?
Yeah. Please, for the rest of our group chats for the rest of the year, please, Dan.
Let me think here. Instagram questions.
Damn, that was good.
Wow.
He's got it.
Save that.
Yeah,
He's got it.
I'll save that.
All right. This is for JVM Cross.
Nice.
Yeah, Jiv'em.
James Cross, but with a V, maybe?
Nice.
Who knows? A little misty. Thank you for your question. Danny Davis, what is your most memorable method? And who is the best in the game?
Nice.
Ooh. Well, the method's always a topic of discussion above the binding, between the bindings. I'm going to say it out here, and I can get yelled at, but between the bindings is harder, and if you can extend that back leg out, that's just beauty. And I got to say, Brock Crouch has kind of been my newest favorite method guy in the biz. Mickle Bang, also another fantastic method if we're kind of talking in the paved realm. And most memorable, I think would be the Ingmar one for me on the one in Rick Scranton. Like that photo, that moment, that thing doesn't exist anymore. That piece of snow doesn't like form like that anymore because they built this railroad and the tunnel and stuff. So it's like an iconic moment that always sticks out in my head when it comes to methods.
I saw he's selling that board. Like as of the last couple days online, I keep seeing that around. He's like
Atlantis?
auctioning off that
Damn,
board.
dude, that thing's worth big.
Yeah, that's gonna go crazy.
I was thinking about
money,
when you think about most
2K.
iconic tricks ever done on a snowboard. No, but would you say
That's the
Mount Rushmore? That's for sure top 4 most iconic. You think that's P1?
Of photos?
Just like
Methods?
memorable, like iconic tricks done on a snowboard. Ingmar method.
Yeah, and that moment, that place, like Rick Scranton's crazy. I don't know if you've ever been there. Like just that moment too, like with all those people in the shot, and it looked like a party, and it was a party. Apparently, it was the sound of just like that moment in time will never exist again, which is cool.
Liam Griffin wants to know: ask Blatt who his favorite rider to shoot with is. You can't see Danny's right here.
Yeah, that's boring.
Why can't I say Danny?
Because it's kind of a cop-out answer.
Favorite to shoot with. It just depends what we're doing.
No. Come on.
I
Doesn't have to be a bird guy
I shoot with
either.
I shoot with Ferg a lot.
Okay,
I like shooting
and then
with
your
Ferg.
least favorite would be?
Least favorite rider to shoot with.
Good journalism.
Red Gerard. No, you love shooting with Reggie too.
I love shooting with everybody. Everyone's got that energy.
You don't have to do that.
You guys-
He's
I'm still nervous.
You're still nervous.
Yeah.
You
I'm
love
nervous.
shooting with Reggie and Ferg though. Those are kind of
Okay.
boys.
Actual follow-up. What's the most annoying thing a rider could do when you're trying to shoot with them?
Good question, Silk.
See, people get really bummed when people make suggestions about angles, and I think that's kind of sick. Like if you care and you're like, I think this. You've done this at times.
yeah.
When like I think this will shoot dope from over here. Like I love that shit.
I think most of the time when I say that, Blatt walks over there, then he's like, I like where I'm at. I like where I'm at. I like where I'm at. Like really nicely. He's not mad about it, but
I'm into that because I think it's super collaborative. Most annoying thing to do though would be when people get like funny with the drop calls. Like it's dropping 5 or dropping 10, but when people start to get into like the weeds on that, I start to laugh.
Yeah, bad
radio
comms.
comms. Bad comms is
altogether. Yeah.
Your tech with the radio. Your radio is second to the beacon in terms of a safety device anyway. So you should be fucking dialed with your radio. And
we're screaming all the time, and it's like,
if your comms are bad on your drop in, which is less important,
it happens
by a long shot than what that device is for. It's a bad indicator in general, but then it's really annoying when you're trying to shoot and someone doesn't have their shit tight with their radio.
Yeah.
Or they're on the like dropping 30. Like that's always a good laugh at the Barbie angle.
That's fun.
Dropping 30.
Who hits 30?
Rafe,
I don't know. I couldn't put a pin on it, but I just know I've had some 30s.
Rafe's always like, you have a good 10. Like it's actually 10 seconds. Like
it's more critical for Rafe,
riders,
for sure.
like, you know what, it is true. Like you'll hear like Brock or whoever, they're like dropping a 10, and then they're like, all right, dude, see ya. And you're like, wow, I don't know if they're written. They just ride away, and you're like, that wasn't 10 seconds.
I think it's a good thing to practice.
Tap you up, and like they're out, and you're like, actually, he's okay. He just dropped 5. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. The countdowns, those are
critical. I think it's a good thing to practice at like dinner or whatever the hell you want to do.
I feel like I get the countdowns most. I like to like take countdown.
Yeah.
When I'm not hitting a jump, I love to hunker down. I like to hunker down. That's one thing I learned this year. Not everything is for everyone. Like sometimes you just sit down and watch the show, and I love that. Saves my body too.
All right, next question is for Dan. Victo Lou wants to know, is it harder to do a switch method or a double cork in the pipe? We'll say switch method like over 10 feet out, because you can do a switch method under the lip. But.
Yeah, it's harder to do a double cork. I would.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
And it's like, which double cork do you choose? If it's any double cork, does double crippler count?
Yes. In this context of this question.
Yeah, it's still, I think, I'm sad to say that the double cork is harder, but it's definitely harder.
Okay. All right.
It's so much safer to do a straight air.
But still, how many people can do a passable switch method, and how many people can do
and
a double
maybe
cripple?
like some, I'm at a level where like that, like going switch, I ride switch a lot, so it's not as crazy to go switch into the heel side wall, but like a double cork is 10 times harder. Hands down. You got to throw, you got to chuck. You see those guys up there at the top of the pipe, like
and you're just like
warming up for their, you see Matty Mastro up there. Like you got to warm up for that stuff. It's gnarly. If you're looking for the warm up for the, if I'm watching somebody practice a switch method, but like,
those do seem different.
It's certainly harder. It's certainly harder to go upside down twice than not upside down at all.
This owl might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's get this owl trained up. The owl head.
I'll feed him.
I want to ask the owl questions.
Dude, we should get back into the owl for one quick second. We should dive back in. Because
back to the owl.
Off air, Danny, you brought up a great point about baseball.
The strike zone.
Yes.
The strike zone has been talked about, making it more of in Major League Baseball, they want to make it more of just a box that's there, and digitally the ball goes in, and you know if it's a strike or not. But I like hearing the umpire, One! That's one! That's two! Ah! I love seeing an umpire call it. If that goes away in Major League Baseball, I'm out. And I think the generative or the AI, Gen Z madness of wanting to bring that into every single thing. Like, let's just keep it out of the judging world for
the question is,
longer.
Who are the national teams going to go scream at after the event? A fucking computer? Yeah. Like, what's the fun in that?
The coaches' meeting is going to be so boring when everyone's just like, please sit down, sir. Lower your voice. We'll take the question from Italy now.
Actually, but they should train the AI in Benny's voice.
Oh, that would be nice.
He could do the writer's
deliver
meeting.
it with
or AI generated
fun.
Benny voice.
No, the AI judge, we just you got to feed him the right things. We talked about this, but I don't think that it's ever going to be taken as seriously, or it's going to take a long time, years and years of a AI judge to get the clout that like a Chad Otterstrom brings to the board, or even a Sandy, like the guys, like some of the judges who no one knows who they are. They aren't like ex-professional snowboarders. They're
Sandy
like
and Connor and the gang.
They're legit judges. They watch a ton of
profession.
snowboarding, and they've put like years into this, and so it's a job that's like, and when you get in arguments with these guys after the contest, like they hit you with stuff where you're like, oh, fuck, you got a point there, so. There's going to be, and maybe that's their point. There's no screaming at a judge.
Yeah.
And they don't have to get yelled at. And maybe that's, some people are always like, oh, snowboarding's so like, so judgmental, like, or like, it's so opinionated. What's better than, you might like this guy's back seven, and then the other guy likes the other guy's back seven. But like, maybe they're looking for a way to make it more
cut and dry.
It's not somebody's opinion. It's a computer saying like, that was better, kind of thing.
I always thought it would be cool if there was just one judge and it was some like celeb judge that was an ex-pro or a current pro. And
just
you
won. You win.
But you like maybe they talk about like their favorite, like you got to show up as a judge, talk about your favorite tricks, talk about some of the favorite stuff you've seen in the past.
I see.
And then you like curate your run to that.
Yeah.
Like that could be a really interesting way to get across.
Gauge based on the judge.
I still think it's probably better to have a panel, and the way they're doing it seems pretty dialed, and I respect those dudes, but I've always wondered if that would be a cool way to...
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
I don't know.
They kind of do that. They always bring in like a ex-pro or something, Eddie Wall or...
And you love that.
No, and I think it matters. It makes sense, and it's a cool way to like legitimize the judging board.
But then again, maybe a computerized owl.
But going back to the baseball thing, the thing that's like important about that is the people flip their shit. Like they're like, no. Like baseball, the old-timey baseball people were just like, no, we're not doing. Like,
and even though it makes more sense,
it's way more logical.
It makes more sense. The ball goes in the square, it's a strike. The computer tells you if it went in there, not the guy standing behind the plate. Which I always think it is probably super hard to make those calls. He's got a catcher in front of him, and like
you can't. There's no visibility.
It seems really hard, but. Yeah, the people freaked out, and not even Major League Baseball's messing with that stuff. NFL messes with the kickoff. Maybe what X Games is doing here is just a little experimental, and we need to just weather the storm. And I wish them the best luck.
100%. And what's also cool? I do feel like competitive sports or competitive snowboarding, particularly halfpipe, like I love watching halfpipe.
What a venue.
Dude, but with the tricks,
fantastic.
No, but nowadays, like I'm saying, like you got Scotty James with the switch McPulleys. Like there's cool shit happening. Chloe's dropping into a fucking giant switch method.
Yeah,
there is a great blend of chucking roast
and doing some
and timeless classics.
Yeah,
and that was your bread and butter.
Yeah, and I think like. Do more of that, because a lot of the tricks are the same. Like Scotty James's front 12 to Ayumu's front 12 to Yuto's front 12. They're all kind of grabbing indie or stale, and they're all quite similar. But then you throw that chicken wing pullback McTwisty thing, and that is like his flavor in his run. And then Ayumu's got that like method crippler. Like that thing's probably super easy for him to do, but it is such a good points puller when he does a million other spins. Like keep up with those, make your own tricks. And I think in the slope world, it's a little harder.
Yes.
And I think too, like what I love about halfpipe riding, the venue is all time. Like slopestyle has a hard time. And I think that's why Big Air is so rad to watch, because it's a great venue. And that's why halfpipe's so great to watch. It's such a great venue. People are always like, is halfpipe disappearing, going away? I'm like, I hope not, but there's only like 2 in the U.S., so yeah, maybe.
Pretty fun to watch, though.
That's so sick, man.
Yeah,
it's the best to shoot.
Scotty James, keep bringing us back with some fun stuff. Do the alley-oop method, pullbacks. Keep it coming, baby.
All right, we're going to talk about Herschel Outdoor Equipment. You may have seen them. We give them to all of our guests that win Name That Video part. Pack them full of bomb hole merch. They are sleek, and they're introducing a brand new performance line for travel and the outdoors. They got Alpine inspired and designed with multi-functionality for the first chair or last minute flight. I personally use all Herschel gear when I travel. I use the roller bag. I use the big roller bag. They got great backpacks. And the one thing I like, you can take your backpack and slide it over your roller bag, and you can be a true pro traveler. All their stuff's really well made, and they're building a team. They got Arthur Longo and the Dust Box on board already. So if you're interested in getting some sleek new travel gear, check out Herschel.com. All right, people, I'm going to talk to you guys about Saxx underwear. And if you're a dude like me, I don't know why we never buy new underwear. I've had the same underwear for like 10 years. Recently upgraded to Saxx, game changer. They got great performance underwear. We're talking water wicking, dries quickly, great for athletics. But the thing that I love about these things the most is they have patented technology, patented 3D hammock technology. We're talking about the ballpark pouch, okay? It keeps your whole package dialed in so you can be an elite athlete and live a life of comfort. These things are unbelievable. Also, for female listeners, if you're looking to get a great gift for your husband or your partner so they can focus on you, focus on what matters, get them some Saxx underwear. So head on over to saxx.com, that's saxx.com, and upgrade your comfort today.
Okay, we got a good take here. Love to hear your take on this, guys. M. Vicken asks, straight airs. Bring back the SA. Never heard it abbreviated. I like that. Bring back the SA in the video segment.
I love it. You know I want those
Photog's
straight
all over
airs.
that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm definitely using Vic's, yo, can I get a SA?
Yeah, SA.
That one's
That's in
coming.
rotation now. I'm hitting the SA
Yo,
on this thing.
yo, that was sick. Can I get a SA?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? SA?
Can I get a, remember that breakfast I made you? Can I get a SA?
Yeah.
Gracias.
But mandatory in the snowboard part? Is that what?
Well, he also asked part 2, at least one run with a mandatory straight air question mark.
Oh, yeah.
What do we think about that?
You know, it's funny because they used to make us do that. And at that time, it was like, why do they make us do a straight air? If I want to do tricks the whole way down, why can't I? You know, and then they took it away. And now people are like, should we bring the straight air back? So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I love a straight air. Look at Kaishu. Everybody wants to see. But I want to see your straight air if you're going to go 30 or at least as big as your biggest air. I don't need like someone to push a straight air in there just to push, you know, like a melon or a whatever you're going to do. Like, do it proper.
But that is X Games. Like that first hit straight air. I mean, just going there and seeing like you and your crew or Kazu or whoever
and even
doing
Olympics,
that, like
Roscoe with the method straight air.
Dude, remember Sean?
Kaishu, Sean used to do
thickest.
Huge
and
backside
like,
air.
Or like a mellow trick air maybe should be like, you know, like, because Sean had that like sky hook, which was like really pretty fucking dope, but it kind of got played out. Everyone started to do it, but when Sean was first doing that and it was 25 feet out, that was like a 6 straight air, but it wasn't straight air, but it, you know, it was really easy for him to do. But don't bring it back. But if you're like Kaishu and you do it in your run, it's going to give you a banger, like add to your score. If you can do front 12 and cab 14 or whatever, and you do a 30-foot method.
Yeah, and you can call that a nod to the past all you want, but in reality, he's like pushing the limits of what's possible. It's like very current to be doing an air that big.
Yeah, dude, nobody's fucking
Val, the goose?
Yeah. The goose?
Gooselini? Dude, the goose is loose on that switch method, brother. You see that, dude.
Yeah. It's a big air.
It's crazy.
Val's a good big air sender. See, he should
His
have
switch don't look switch, though. You ever notice that? His shoulders are totally like open. Like
he's got good mechanics.
He's got way too good a fundamental.
Great fundies on
His
that
fundies
kid.
are too good.
Great fundies.
It's an actual thing. All right, last Instagram question. Michael Callahan wants to know, what's the coolest thing in snowboarding right now, and why is it important? Very vague.
Yeah.
What comes to mind, boys?
Callahan with the heavy hitter. I like it.
Coolest thing in snowboarding, the X Games rebrand. Coolest thing in snowboarding is all the ski companies becoming snowboard companies. God. I'm like, well, really? Can we have one thing? You've taken the half pipe. Coolest thing in snowboarding right now is not all the dry slope boarding into airbags.
You know what I think? I feel like there's a resurgence of like smaller events right now. I think that's cool, like grassroots. I see. Remember we had PB&Js and all that shit back in the day?
Yeah.
I see a lot of people popping up and just like doing dope ass local events. Coolest thing about snowboarding is actually just snowboarding. I think.
so true.
Just like going snowboarding. It like kicks fucking ass.
Yeah, going snowboarding rules.
It's just like we forget. We talk about it all the time. And then you go, you're like, oh yeah, this is fucking sweet.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing in snowboarding at any point in the eras of snow, last 50 years is like when you unlock those days with friends, family, where you just have the banger day and it keeps you coming back. Because a lot of days out there do kind of suck too, conditions-wise, if you're riding the resorts. But you get those banger days and they bring you back. And that's what keeps me going back.
Like coolest thing in snowboarding is like the crossover. I like thinking of people, I don't know, even sitting right here. We used to go on trips together forever. And now I travel a bunch with Dan, but knowing that everyone's, to bring it back, snowboarding together and like everyone's hanging and there's like a lot more, it feels like there's a lot more crossover, whether it's like between teams or just groups or whatever, but everyone's paying attention to everyone because you can watch it on your phone now and people are getting jacked up on people that are doing different kinds of riding in completely different parts of the world. And I think that like, that's the coolest thing in snowboarding, that you travel and you ride with different people and there's just like a lot, it feels like there's a lot more crossover than there was when I got started on this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I like
You're not
that.
just a gibber. You're, look at like a lot of the like Parker and them are riding powder. And, and I like to see a bit of the, like those boys jumping in the backcountry and getting super into it and getting out of the streets. I still like to see them in the streets. Got a lot of good footy in the streets.
You jib here.
Steely
I've
Dan?
seen it.
Get me on a trip.
Bungee back?
I'll pay my own way.
You ever pulled a bungee, Dan?
No.
Oh, wow. We gotta get this guy pulling bunge.
But it looks cool. I'm bringing the bunge to the backcountry. You know how many jumps in Tahoe would be sick if you could just get a little boost?
Could you imagine the post-holing back with the bungee and like knee-deep powder
No, you
trying to pull
vert that out.
Thing? Oh, you
vert that out first, and then whoever's pulling has verts on.
Right. You need like
pull
a
it
herd
back
of
with
people.
the sled.
Yeah, you could do that. That's not a bad idea.
Oh my God, that's such a bad
That's
idea.
a whiplash, right?
Why is that a bad idea?
I've seen a couple of these things.
Yeah,
You
the
break
snappers,
and take it. Like
the
people take it right to
snappers.
the gut.
Yeah.
It's like a
or
it's
like the
violent.
carabiner or whatever comes off of the thing. I saw
A lot of bungee incidents.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I think they're out of business for like a decade ago. But I still have two of them. So
Bring them back.
You need it.
Maybe
you
they
let me
need a
know.
new CEO.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone with some.
I think it's a very scalable market. People that want to get slingshotted into a fucking handrail.
I think the
Some giant
I
rubber
think
band
the
with
naysayers will be silent, and the bungee. If you're all in on the bungee, maybe the bungee will thrive.
Yeah, presenting sponsor potentially. So, all right, we're gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna get into hot takes. We don't normally do hot takes with group chat, but I want to do it with these guys. I think it's a good way to cap the show.
Let's run it out.
Okay, first question: who's one of the most underrated snowboarders in your opinion?
Zeb Powell.
He's an up and comer, though.
Up and comer, yeah.
Underrated.
I like Gabe Ferg. It's one of my.
It's a good take.
One of my faves who, like, style-wise, always crushes it. He's a bit of a punk, but I really
In
like
the
his
best way.
Really like his steez, and I just feel like he never got the love that he should get. But I think he's still building his.
Cover last
He's an
year.
up and comer.
He's
an
hustling.
up-and-comer. Yeah.
He's still building
He's
it.
hustling. I like that. I could back that up.
You need a name, Blatt.
A name.
You can't do it.
You can't join mine.
Yeah,
I want to join.
All right, I'll give you that.
Curtis
He's a
Fiesick is forever my most underrated
Ooh,
dog.
good
though.
answer. That's a good
like,
answer.
He's in all the points of my career, I'm always like, fucking Kurt Boy's insanely good. He's always been one of
You know who's kind of underrated? I feel like Brock. Like Brock is so fucking good.
He's super good.
Yeah. But he's around like red and shit all the time. So you're like,
It's hard,
you
yeah.
know,
You
like
get
that's
sized
who he's
up
always
to-
riding next to. But like, imagine you took like Brock, you threw him in a VG video. You'd be like, holy shit, this guy's the best snowboarder I've ever seen in my life. All right. Who's got your favorite style ever?
Mickle's like kind of always been someone that style wise, when we were young, he was like the young kid with insane style where we all kind of had little kid style for a while. Luke always had like some little kid style, but Mickle always had like dope style, and it's just evolved always for me. One of my favorites.
Same class, I'll go Kazu.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Blatt. Good answer.
A great answer.
Are you still nervous?
I'm still nervous.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
Still nervous.
What's your favorite snowboard video ever made?
Lame. Always has been.
Classic answer.
Can't go wrong a little bit.
I grew up on Full Metal Edges.
Woo!
I'm a Full Metal Edges guy.
Woo! That DK part.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
All right. What is your favorite board graphic ever done? Blatt's probably he's got a lot of board graphics going through his head right now, I can tell.
I like board graphics.
Yeah, he's got a lot of.
Yeah, I like board graphics.
He knows all the names of all the boards.
No, I just like a certain shape. Like I'm not like a names guy.
All right, what do you got for graphics then, Blatt?
Board graphics?
Yeah.
There were some. It was all that JDK era and like Lenhart stuff that I know Dan also
Yeah, I
backs
like
up.
the Lenhart stuff.
But honestly, in the recent years, there was a
The Burton AI graphic. Is
Burton AI graphic that really grabbed me. No, the Keith Haring board that you guys did was fucking sick. I love that board.
I like that answer.
I saved that board.
Yeah.
I kept that board.
I'm thinking back now. I was trying to come up with one, but we made these Ralph Steadman boards. Do you know Ralph Steadman's art? He's the dude who did the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas art.
Oh, yep.
And he's like, him and Hunter, they go long back. But we had his artwork on the boards. But like, same with the Keith Haring, we just like took their art and put it on the board, And so I think my favorite graphic, and I got to build it with Scott, was the rainbow one that like went through the B. That was a fun one to work on with Scott, and I think that one's my fave that I worked on.
Good answer.
But I like the Mickey Albin.
Gons, yeah.
Gons one. That was like
sick
that
when
was like
they
my
brought
first
that
board graphic that I was like, "Ooh, I want that board." And my parents were like, "It's a 160. You're 13 years old."
Your dad's still shredding?
Oh yeah,
He gets
got
after
a new knee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's psyched.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
How's his footwear game these days?
he's good. He's good. He's probably got some. Yeah, he's good.
He's always rocking some fresh ass kicks. Dude, I'm serious. I'm a fan.
He's always sending me photos of my dad's feet at snowboard events.
He's always at premieres and he's repping some dope ass shoes, dude.
Dude, one of my favorite. I ran into them in the airport one time and like changed my flight and just rolled with them to one of your premieres. I don't even remember what movie it was, but it was
All in a
so
Dream.
fun. I was just like,
I remember that.
I'm rolling with these guys.
That was
sick.
and awesome.
Okay, dream sponsor. Anything in the world doesn't have to be snowboard related.
Ooh,
Preferably not snowboard related.
Yeah.
If you say your own snowboard sponsor,
That's
core score going way down.
we're gonna get
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get roasted.
Sponsor.
Trying to send a message.
No, I'm not.
Get a message.
It could be run through a wall. That'd be a good pick.
That was sick.
Decent pick.
It's a lot riding on
Racking my brain here. I'm still nervous.
Really? I feel like this is an easy one for you.
Why?
Well, like,
What about like mountain bikes? Like you get some fucking
bikes.
dope ass bikes.
I don't know what
Nice
kind
bikes.
of
Yeah,
camera
nice
companies
bikes.
you prefer.
boat.
You know, Nikon and Canon.
Unlimited
Skidoo?
heli time.
Maybe we get,
Skidoo.
yeah. Maybe like, I don't know, A-Star? Who is the helicopter?
Damn.
It'd be cool to be sponsored
Bell
by
and
like,
Howell.
yeah.
You just imagine you just got helicopters and a pilot.
Yeah.
And it's
Nah,
like pro bono.
You know, the ski racer, Michaela has the pasta sponsor. I think I'm going pasta sponsor.
Maria.
Yeah, I take the pasta sponsor. I'm in.
That's your
I fucking love pasta.
of all the
You
things
could've
in the
done the
world. That
grocery
is
store.
that is a atrocious pick.
That's whack. I got all that other shit. I got all that
yeah,
other
but you
shit.
could pick a grocery store and you could get pasta and all kinds of other food.
Teach me to fish.
Whole
I'll eat
Foods.
for one night. Fucking give me a pasta
fucking the
sponsor and
rest
I'll
of
eat
it.
for the rest of my life. I want what Michaela's got.
All right,
I want
wants the pasta sponsor.
friggin'
All right.
pasta
Dan?
sponsor.
Dan?
Follow that, pal.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's nervous now?
I'm gonna
Still you?
go. This is fun. I'm like, I want to say something really cool, but I'm
Yeah, you should.
Kinda bland.
What's going through your head? You got
Budweiser's going through my head. Love Budweiser. I always have. That one's never come down the pipeline. Ninja. Gonna bring that. But beer for life, you pretty much have it. It's a pretty cheap product, so I don't want that. But
Beer and pasta, we could be eating big time, dude.
yeah, dude.
a lot of carbs.
No, I think
Carbs for life.
I think when it comes to free flights, like a United or Delta or Emirates, maybe take an Emirates.
Whew. Hey,
Lay down anywhere?
Ninja got Sparkle's a KLM deal.
I know.
What's going on with that? Ninja's looking out for your boy.
Mark McMoore is Danny Davis.
One's an up and coming.
I'm taking, United Star Alliance kind of sponsorship where I get to fly anywhere in the world for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not
me.
bad.
Pretty good answer.
That's me. I spend a lot of money on flights.
Yeah.
Almost 2 million miler.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
you
we're
weren't kidding.
What do you do on the
approaching
plane to pass time?
it. Without kid?
Yes.
Because with kid, you're just
Yes.
like,
you're
whoa,
occupied.
hey, sorry. No, Posey's getting really good on flights. What do I do to pass the time? I'm a big podcast guy. I like to listen to the Bomb Hole. I like to listen to like news podcasts. Probably sometimes you got to not listen to the news. That's for sure. Like some podcasts. I'm big music. Like I love diving deep on Spotify and trying to find just shit. I get sick of listening to the same stuff. So I love going deep on Spotify and Apple Music. I have both.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I have both
Yeah.
because Stan's always
Actually
like, "Oh, you're a
insane.
Spotify guy," but you got to have both because they have different AIs that's
Yeah.
gonna serve you playlists.
One
and
has
stuff
the
like
owl.
That. Yeah.
You know, budget's good if you're affording
Got
both those
both.
subscriptions
Yeah.
too.
They're $11 a month. Like, really?
The beer's cheap. I got fucking both sponsorships. Yeah. Times are tough.
Don't buy a coffee from the coffee shop for 2 days and you've got yourself an Apple Music.
That's true.
Then, but no, and then on flights, I'm a big, gotta bring snacks. And half the flight is just eating.
What are you snacking on? What's the go-to
What you
snack?
snacking on? What you
Totinos.
sipping on? That's
Still got some of those Totinos
Seriously.
kicking around?
Yeah, they don't. I
Damn, dream sponsor.
You had it with
I'm a big
Totinos.
snackaholic on the
Yeah.
flights, Big beef jerky guy. Lots of different, I like all the different, Thai cashews or,
Louis Vito, he goes hard-boiled eggs on the plane.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you
Louis Vito goes
Are you running
hard-boiled
these?
eggs every meal. He doesn't, it's just
Have you seen his body
salmon
fat
and hard-boiled
percentage?
eggs.
Dude, imagine bumming, like you're on a 12-hour flight, guy next to you cracks open some stinky hard-boiled, actually he goes in the
Beef
bathroom.
jerky does it the same.
True, yeah.
Beef jerky, crack that open on a plane, people are like, whoo!
Bro, when people pull up on the plane with bag of McDonald's, it's just, you're kind of like,
Taunting everyone.
you're just like, holy shit, man, that was a pretty savage move. Like, we can smell that 20 rows behind you.
Yeah.
I don't give a
I'm that guy. I show up on a Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Shake Shack.
I think I showed up with Panda
with
last time I
Posey,
was on
excuse me, sorry.
My favorite big timer flight story ever was me and you were leaving somewhere in Europe one time and you had gotten bumped up to first class.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I felt like you were waiting for this, but it was like heavy, kind of like a little more thug era. There were some chains involved.
I was
definitely shades on the plane.
I was feeling myself.
and
Maybe multiple layered t-shirts.
some type of jersey.
LRG apparel.
And
for
I
sure.
felt like you were kind of like baiting the question, but there was a dude in a full suit and he was thinking that your seat wasn't your seat.
Yes.
And I think I was a couple people behind you getting on this plane and I heard you say, "How much do you make after taxes?" And then you just put your shit in the overhead and sat down. And I don't know if I made that up in my head
baller.
or
Could have
not,
happened.
but I'm pretty sure I saw that
hope
go
that
down.
happened.
I hope that happened too.
And I can't imagine what you guys talked about on that flight, but
Like
that was a
nothing
beautiful
after that.
moment.
Yeah. I used to get it when I was peak feeling myself. I'd get in the airport and if I had status, I didn't know anybody else I was with. I would the people I'm traveling with.
Straight through.
Just later, guys, I'm going to the front of the plane. I don't know you. It was a tough time, We learn.
You
we
were
grow.
thriving. You were thriving.
I was thriving.
I love when somebody does that to you at an airport or an
Thinks you
airline
shouldn't be
Yeah,
there.
thinks
Yeah,
you shouldn't be
yeah,
there
yeah,
because
yeah.
you look like a
Yes.
derelict.
Got that a lot.
Oh, yeah. And then they're like, thank you for being a million miler, Mr. Grenier. Grenier.
All right, we got 2 more tricks and hot takes. First one is worst trick. What's your least favorite trick? What do you not like watching?
Nice.
Chicane. I hate shooting photos of chicane.
Wow.
I know that you guys are going to be bummed on that.
That's a reason.
Because I like watching them.
Take.
But I
This is a hot
fucking
take.
Piping hot.
It's a definition of a
No
hot
wonder you're
take.
so nervous, dude. You've been
It's
sitting
always
on that all
like,
episode.
yeah.
It's been a thing.
It sucks.
Zoe's been wanting to hit it really hard.
Sucks.
There
I
was
was like, no, you don't wanna do that.
multiple jumps that Zoe was like, I want to go chicane. Hi eels, I'm going chicane. He's like, yeah, all right. And Blatt's like,
Shit.
really?
Pull my camera down.
My least favorite trick, and it's been really brought to my attention by the Natural Selection Tour, is ungrabbed backflips. All of a sudden, ungrabbed backflips are like okay to do, and I'm not down. Grab that thing, poke Indy, grab nose. Gabe Ferg's got a sick backy nose. Make that shit look sick. We know it's easy to do a backflip. Everyone can do one. Everyone can snap their neck back and get back to their feet. So if you're going to do a backflip, folks, especially on the Natural Selection Tour, grab that thing.
Black, can you do a backflip?
I can't do a backflip, no.
I think with the right jump,
I'm right there with you.
I think with the right jump and the right snow conditions, both of you.
Yes.
I've got.
Oh, for sure.
You've got that.
For sure.
I'm
Backflip camp.
I'm not a great
Yeah.
coach, but
Yeah, we'll coordinate.
I could get you to stomp.
There's
back.
not a whole lot to it. The jump will do it for you if you build the right jump.
And your neck. It's all in the neck.
Yeah, just. Do you want to do a
I
backflip?
can picture it.
I don't.
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm good.
Why
What's
not?
the point? What's that going to do for me?
If it gets me the Barilla thing, the pasta thing.
Here's imagine this conversation. Random buddy you haven't seen since high school or something. You still snowboard? Yeah, this is a very Massachusetts conversation. Hey man, I've been seeing you forever. You can still snowboard?
Aaron, you still
And
snowboard?
then,
Then
you know
what?
what the next question is? Hey, can you backflip? and you have to be
And
like,
then I say, no,
you have to be like,
Sean
no,
White.
man.
Nah, dog.
No, I can't. And you have to
Not
tuck your
yet.
tail between your legs. Yeah, not yet.
I'm working on it.
We're going to backflip camp.
Yeah, I'd love
Yeah.
to teach
So
you
I'll
this.
tell him, not yet, but it's on the calendar.
Yeah.
My other non-favorite trick is the butter.
Just general butters or
Please elaborate.
yeah.
Like, there's too many butters going on after tricks, and then they get put in video parts a lot. I'm guilty of it too.
We're talking about
Trust me.
powder, like a powder butter. Got
Yeah,
it.
you know, like everyone knows you can
for sure.
do that. And it just gets busted out a lot
Yeah.
and used. You know, it's okay to do it because it is like something that like you land something, you're kind of like, yoo-hoo! And so I'm guilty of doing it. You know what I mean? Like you land
That's
something and you're
classic.
like, I'm
Yeah,
going to hop back one into this thing. Yeah,
Me and
cool.
Blatt are about to bust out some backflips. Yahoo!
But we don't need to see them all the time, you know? Editors, don't use the butters all the time, okay?
I like that.
These are hot takes. Last question. Worst trend.
AI judging.
The owl.
Okay.
Too soon?
No, we did.
AI
No,
judging?
that's it.
fine.
I like it. It's a strike zone situation.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, guys, it's been a good show.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys have fun?
That was a blast. Great way to spend an afternoon. And thank you again for coming to me.
Oh yeah,
I love
that's
this.
great.
Pleasure.
Silk, what was your favorite part of the show?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you mine because it's very easy. It's when Danny was impersonating the people at the top of the pipe, and then he impersonated what a switch method visualization
so
looks
good.
like.
Actually, Danny's jingles might have been my favorite
Daniel's-
part.
My
Yeah. I'm gonna have
favorite
a lot of
was
fun with that.
Stan's remake of the bomb hole logo,
Yeah.
which is
yeah.
just like
Killer.
He always comes correct.
good
Yeah, he
job.
does.
That was some good.
Yeah, he shows up ready.
Who's taking us out of the show?
Maybe Dan has some sort of jingle
Oh,
we could
another
use
jingle.
or something.
Daniel's
I mean, I guess we
jingle.
do
Okay.
have a jingle. We could
Yeah,
get
we
rid
got
of it.
a
It's fine,
jingle.
though.
I can create a jingle for the end of
Yeah.
the show.
It's for free.
Oh, I got to come up with a little something here, huh? Bomb hole. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to you listeners for listening. Stay tuned for another show next week or the week after and the week after that. Signing off.
Great work, Dan. Great work, Dan.
Bomb hole. I kind of go, when I